Okay. We good, OBS. Am I allowed to go? And you just didn't like the way I pressed the button the first time. Maybe it just didn't like how I pressed the button the first time? The hell happened there? I didn't even close anything. I guess we'll see if anything changes? Okay. Guess I need to be kind to the button. Apparently I do. I'm not even sure why it would be chugging like that. I don't have anything open that would be eating a crap ton of bandwidth. Normally. Weird. Well, I mean, I guess if it happens again. I really need, like, a sound thing to go off if I'm dropping frames. Because that's, like, a very hard thing for me to see. That was weird, though. Something may have updated on this side. Maybe you're randomly connected to a Twitch ingest server on the other side of the world. Maybe. In all honesty, maybe. And I'm not 100% certain how that would have happened. Unless someone is... No, PS4 is off. I wonder if the Switch downloaded something, actually. Because the Switch does kind of choke the internet from time to time. Oh, mouse. You can come off. I don't know. That is weird, though. Because I just looked over and it's like, you've dropped 5,000 frames. It's like, okay, why? I'm not downloading anything, sir. Up. Skill destruction. Just go. I guess I'll have to keep an eye on that, then. Because if that does end up happening again, then I may honestly just leave it there. Claw? Bye-bye. Oh well. I guess problem solved for now. Whatever I hit first time is no longer a problem. Let's see. Up. So, just to recap what we're doing at the moment, since I kind of just started semi-late. We're doing some of these side jobs that kind of just appeared in the office while Mommy Dearest is away. And we're going to go and find a clown who's apparently wanting to work in the real world and become a real boy. Which is mildly concerning, considering it's Piedmon. He's about as dangerous as... Yeah, there he is. There's the lanky little bastard, who's the same level as Metal Seedramon. No, that's not good for you. Doot. Get our angel out. Ah, you're also bad for here. Right. And then you... I really need another AoE attack on you, don't I? Oh, so you can just punch him and I'll die. Cool. But now that at least we have a working connection, at least... Yes, okay, we have a working connection. How are things on your side, Solace? Hopefully you're just tired and need to go to sleep soon, so you're probably dumping most of your sanity right now. Which is probably a good thing to do. I forgot to do the... Or no, I did the map today, technically. Just not today. I keep forgetting we're in a CC event, so it's not the... We're not the needed sanity spender. Let's see, taking it easy every day is fun, but I can't keep it up. I finally realized I want to be just like a human. I need to get a job. That's gonna be tricky. Coexistence between Digimon and humans is tough. Yeah, you're Piedmon. You're like one of the most evil Digimon in existence. What are you expecting, buddy? Even for work, it isn't as public. Even for work that isn't as public as I've been told, looking like that will distract the other workers and I get rejected. No one will employ someone like me. I'm desperate. Could you find me a job somewhere in Eden? Okay. Still burnt out. Getting parking tickets every day because my parking permit wasn't delivered, and I haven't been allowed a moment to visit the office to fix it. Well, fuck your workplace, for one thing. They really shouldn't be giving you parking tickets if they're the ones who are... Oh. If they're the ones who are supposed to be giving you your ticket in the first place. Or giving you your pass in the first place. It's revenue? Oh yeah. I guess for them it would be revenue to give you parking tickets every day, wouldn't it? Scummiest thing possible, mind you, but still technically money. Fuck capitalism, by the way. Also, why am I out of place on all my model setups? Move over. I don't know why I'm like an inch over from normal. It's weird. Mop. Well, I guess let's go check out Eden and try and find the clown a job. Ooh. What was I saying though? Oh yeah, right. Fuck capitalism. Usually speaking, it's always just a little bit weird having to rely... At least when you look at it, it's weird how dependent we've gotten on capitalism and how much people would want to just leave it alone. Because, like, fuck it. If I want someone to pave my driveway, have a goat. Have fun. Fair trade. And now we have to listen to all this paper and all that joints. Coins. How the hell did I get a J and a T in that? All the coins jingling around in your pockets. Dude. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll get that apocalypse that everyone's fearing, and then we'll actually get back to regular trading. Because then that will just be fun. People will have to equate everything down to the measure of a goat. Which honestly could be fun. Because if you think about it, a goat is good for a lot of extra tasks. And if you want to say, I don't know, get someone to, I don't know, manage a farm for you. If you give him a goat, is that paying him or giving him more work to do? That's the ethical dilemma you're going to have to worry about when it comes down to the apocalypse. It's just what counts towards bartering anymore. And will it just be creating more work for them? Dude. Nothing there. I guess, oh. Wait, really? In the Kyoani area? Gentle? Started coming out of the blue like this. Do you have any special talents? You look like someone with pride in their skills. Is this a random side quest? I'm proud of the fact that I'm not prideful. Well, this time I'm just looking for anyone who seems agile, so anyone will do. I should have said this earlier. I'm a circus ringleader. Although our circus is very small and unknown. This seems like typecasting. But our dream is to do a nationwide public performance. We're going to go around Eden putting on big public shows. The group members are really into it, but all of them are surprisingly bad performers. So you gather together a bunch of people who are happy about having a circus in town, but are about as efficient at working a circus as a cat is in an accounting office. Looking for someone who can coach the other group members and encourage them. A Digimon with good motor skills, the ability to juggle, and is a qualified clown. So the Digimon, he doesn't attack people, does he? I mean, ignore Digimon Adventure. Yes, they totally don't attack people. Okay, we won't attack either. Okay. The man's about to pull a gun on this Piedmon. And they're in Eden. Okay. Feel like that's not going to work super well, but sure, let's go tell the clown about the circus. I'm sure he'll be thrilled. Dude. Should also probably go to the Digi Center, or Digi Lab rather. That way I can get ready for that. Because I forgot to do this stuff. Let's see. I believe these guys are investigative. And then Farm 3 is our current training office. Because we needed Fighter for Hercules Kabuterimon to go up one more stage. Command Train? I guess just do that? How is Hercules looking, actually? Digivolve. 33, attack 140. Actually close. Although we might be pushing the stats a little bit. So let's axe some of that defense. Move. You can just go here for now. Items. Where is it? Defense restraint trip. Good. There we go. That should do it. And then grab our Infomon. Okay. So Hercules just needs to get up to 55, and then probably one more boost from here. And getting to 55 will probably get the attack out anyways, so we're good there. Let's see, Panya is still far away from everything. You actually need to attack for your Saber form. Interesting. Well, you're going to be getting it, so congrats. Those guys are pointless, and then Sunflowmon just exists. Which, apparently we're getting something that we haven't gotten yet. Okay. What is in here? Nothing good there. You can go up to the thing that I don't have yet, because I just want to fill out the compendium a little bit with the fish. Ooh. Really? I haven't gotten that yet. Huh. Alrighty, well. I mean, sure. Interesting. Starmon. I can get Star up to Superstar. I can actually get you up to a lot of stuff. But I haven't actually done anything with Starmon. Well, I guess order of operations. That is a small man in a UFO looking to play a crane game. What? It prevents sleep. Okay, so he's a true gamer who never sleeps. Fair. Physical attack, 130. Oh, Miracle Bomb. Okay. Not what I was expecting, but sure. Antila. Can't go anywhere just yet. We're gonna need a lot to get you up to the various Trubimons, but I've been relatively good on that one. Tyrannomon can go up to Master Tyrannomon, I believe this is called. No, it is just Metal Tyrannomon. Okay. Let's see here. We need to get you to this one, I believe. Attack 180, defense 150, max health 13. That's probably fine. Because I'd imagine attack will go up anyways. Cool. What else do we got? We got Bao Huck. And then Zuba, who can go anywhere. I'm just gonna keep going you on your sword path, just to see what happens with your sword path. Because that thing looks ridiculous, and I kind of want to use it. Let's see, attack 80, defense 80. Defense 80 should be fine by the time you get up to level 40. And then Farm Island 1. Fawnymon stuck where she is. Waymon can't get up to Plesiumon yet, because we still need the intelligence boost. Which, you're actually getting close. 145. Bullmon's going nowhere. You exist. Wisemon can't go anywhere. Reppa can't get to that yet. Digitamamon is nowhere close to anything on his, which is fair. It's still low. Platinum Bit just exists, which I'm surprised Platinum Numemon or Platinum Sukamon doesn't go up to Platinum Numemon. I guess it's only a champ. Platinum Numemon might be a Mega, so I might need to go to Edamon for that. Alrighty. Well, that's all of them taken care of. Let's just get some guys in the farms, because we're kind of missing a couple now. Why don't we put Boy Agu in there? And then we will put Vmon in here. Cool. Alrighty, off we go. Off to the mystical land of telling a clown that he was being typecasted because people don't have any originality these days. They could have gotten him to be a butcher, they could have gotten him to start his own bakery, but no, he's a clown. Try to introduce him to the clown ringleader. Give him one job in life, and I'm sure he'll completely enjoy that. Up. Down. Oh, Mr. Evil Clown Man. Oh. Well, hi, Gold Numemon. Welcome to the party. Can I get away with this? Mastemon. Should hurt. Yeah, 1200. Oh yeah, that one's not the XP one, that's the money one. That one gives an unnecessary amount of money. Okay. We'll also go visit the farm once we're done talking with Piedmon here. Thankfully his quest seems easy enough. Which is probably why it's only a 2-star. But, what's up, my dude? Find a job that suit me? What kind of job is it? An unknown circus group member. Looking for a talented person who can train him up? You're fine with that. You're actually fine with that. Probably won't make much of a salary at first, but even though it's an unknown circus now, I'm going to make sure that it's something big. Okay. I'm glad I hired you. I'll send your payment to your office. I'm still kind of scared. Please, before I meet the circus ringleader, could you give me some advice on human interviews? If you help me out, I'll make it worth your while. Oh, little baby clown is scared. Little baby clown wouldn't be part of the 2020 clown fiesta that happened. In that case, it's tickle time. What can you do except practice? It's pretty cold. Are you the type of person who doesn't get nervous? Oh, and you've got a once-in-a-lifetime chance at a job interview. Isn't naturally nervous? Okay, I'm good. I was a little nervous, but now I've calmed down a bit. Alright. Firstly, at the interview, when I greet them and introduce myself, what should I say to seem like a good candidate? Well, just coming from personal opinion, when you're in a job interview, you usually kind of just want to get right up in their face and tell them they're not a dick, and then you'll be hired immediately. So why are all my angles off? That's fine. Clear, concise answers. Look at the interview in the eyes and be polite. Think something up yourself. Yeah. Need to look the interview in the eyes. That's important. Okay, you're the interviewer. I'm going to do my self-intro. My name is Paimon. You missed the D there, buddy. And I think my strengths are physical skills and can entertain people in a funny way. Can keep my gaze fixed while I was talking. Oh, this is the most unnatural setting that I could actually do with a Paimon. Why are you doing this? ball tricks for a circus has got to be acrobatics. Yeah. The interview is going to be in Eden. Who's going to set up all the acrobatic equipment? You? You can't do it, can you? That time already? Need to get started on my way to the interview? Best meat. Piedmon forgot the D, but apparently he's fine with giving me his meat. Alright then. I'm fine with that. Get a chance to get in the big stage. I'll make sure you get a ticket. Alright. Well, thank you, Piedmon. I guess that's a quest. That was the lamest kind of quest you could give us, but sure. I guess this is just kind of filler time in between the main request anyways, so can't fault it too hard. Shoot. Now let's see here. Did I go for that box? It's probably just an item that I have too much of, so I don't really have to worry about it too much, but I'll just see if I can grab it for the sake of it. And we'll at least remember for today as to whether or not we can do it. Of course. As soon as I get down the ladder. Bop. God says no. Thank you, Massimon. Then Infirmon's up to 30. I believe we need Infirmon up to about 50s or something along those lines. So you're gonna stick like that for a while, buddy. Now let's see, how do I get to that one? Really just here. Okay. Thank you, buddy. Now what is this? Don't know why I didn't grab that before. Okay. I'm fine with a free escape rope. Oops. Now let's see here. I guess we just go back to the lab. We'll get the first area training up again, and then we'll be good. As well as just making sure Waymon's doing good. Hey, Waymon. Let's see, 133 intelligence. Honestly, we could boost that more. Command, train. Of course. And we've got the Brainy. Okay. That'll give us a lot of int. And that'll just kind of line up with all this stuff, so that's fine. Doot, leave. There we go. Will also say that I'm just checking one of my phone games in the meantime during some of these loading sections. Because with the Disgaea phone game at the very least, they give you access to the item world feature. Model Maniac. Metal Maniac? What is that? Collected 100 of the medals. Okay. Yeah, with the Disgaea RPG, they give you access to the item world stuff. So I do just have that running on the side, making sure that everyone can actually have proper weapons. So let's see, oh wait, hold on, I gotta read this one. Demi-Devimon, Demi-Devimon, I can't find my Demi-Devimon, it must be somewhere in the real world, help me look. Okay. I'm assuming something's guarding it. But I guess we're just gonna be wandering around the real world for a bit, so let's check every little nook and cranny for this. And look for an evil little devil boy. Oh. Hi, Nokia. What are you doing here? If I take you, we calm down. Hey, Nokia. How are you two doing? Or how are you three doing? Might as well hang out with Juicy. Don't push them off on me. I'll file the case at the office, thanks. What's going on? You're asking if we combine together would become Omnimon? But we would stick out if we were walking around as Omnimon. So I decided we should keep this form whenever we're walking around the human world with Nokia. Also, when we combine together, we expend more of our power. I mean, fair, Omnimon is kind of a beast. We have to conserve our power. That way when we need it, we can use a protector. I mean, fair. I guess that's just for flavor then. I mean, that's fine. Those guys are allowed to be simps for Nokia. You're allowed to be fans of the most indestructible phone in existence. Forums were made for that thing, just to see what could. Let's check if the devil is in the hospital, or if the Digimon are even in the hospital. Because that would be a little funny if they were. Do. Hello. I'm looking for a little devil. You around, buddy? Hey, the grave. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully the evening's treating you well so far. We're just doing some of the side quests right now, which we're currently on the one which was just, hey, look for my Devimon. It's in the real world somewhere. Which is about as vague as you can possibly get it. But we're just looking for now. But how are things on your side? I guess we'll go look at her body. Wouldn't be surprised if an anti-material rifle couldn't break a Nokia phone. Honestly, it would put up a good fighting chance, but yeah, it probably wouldn't make too much damage. I'd imagine it at least scratches it. And then you'd have to get the warranty cleared out just to get the scratch filled. Alright, yeah. I guess Devimon wouldn't be in the hospital. It'd be weird for Digimon to be in the hospital. Lobby. Now let's see here, Demi. Where would you be chilling out? There's always the Occult Society stuff. Oh, right. I forgot that they could just appear now with where we are in the story. That's going to be awkward looking for something as small as Devimon then. Oh, hey, it's a Zudamon and a Skull Greymon. Why is there just a random Skull Greymon in the road? Oh, and a Patamon. Hello. The human world sure is busy. Yeah, maybe work on your anxiety, little guy. All things considered, the human world can be a little bit overkill, especially for a little guy like you. Now, let's see here. Can I go into the road? No. Can I go this way? Not fully. Let's see. Hello. If you head in this way, you'll hit downtown. Maybe we should head home. Oh, we don't need to worry about heading home. You see these monsters behind me? I'm pretty sure I can handle myself if anything pops up. Mostly. There's a random Guillemon. Hey, buddy. Hey, is she doing alright? She looks pretty tired. Eaten in the street by a Digimon. I didn't see the end of the world coming. Goodbye, sweet world. Odd. Random pile of poop. Fair. A Lilymon. Hi. Oh, a human just bumped into my bag. I'm done talking with them. Oh. Poor little Lily. And Angemon. Hi, buddy. I'm glad that everything is mostly civil with the worlds combining, at least. Like, people could just be running in fear, but they're more just concerned with the fact that someone bumped them in the street. Which, honestly, it would be nice if that was a normal case. No. Alright, so Devi is not here either. And it's also nice that they don't just have a spare reaction to whatever you are bringing along with you. Because we realistically could have anything with us right now. And just scaring the bejesus off of anybody. But no, it's fine. We've just got to train a angel devil and a giant angry dragon. Well, cyber dragon. Oh, alright, the Vikemon's on the bus. You guys gonna do anything about that, by the way? Demi-Devi. Where would a Demi-Devi hide? Wouldn't be in the cafe, actually, now that I think about it, would it? I'll have to check there if I just don't find anything, but Just have a feeling it's not. Oh, nope. Hello, Shell. Let's check the music store. Maybe he's chilling with Edamon. Oh, hey, buddy. I'm starved. Are there any food? Sorry, Dokemon. Not quite here. And hello, Falcomon. Or at least Falcomon 2006. Hopefully you're enjoying the CDs. Don't suppose Devi's enjoying them in here. Nope. No Digimon allowed in the store, apparently. Although I am a little bit confused here. They have a golden opportunity to just have Edamon in here standing with her. Edamon gave me a pair of sunglasses as a soulmate gift. I think they're actually one of Edamon's spares, so they really seem expensive and rare. But I can't wear them while talking with customers. I don't know what to do. I mean, you could always just put them in your shirt. Just hang them off your shirt while you're not, or while you're working, rather. I'm sure that wouldn't violate company dress code. And then Edamon can see that you're at least thinking of it and just explain, I can't really wear sunglasses at work. People need to see my eyes. Cute. Alright, so nothing there. Wouldn't be Akihabara, would it? Devi is a bit of a pervert. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was here. Let's see. Where's our little black ball of anger? The Biomon. Really nothing here. Oh! You know what? I was half joking, but hey, buddy. Hey, who are you? My master told you to come bring me back? What is this? Where I'm going's none of your business. If you don't back off, you'll have to face me. Oh, we don't even... Now, this was a 3-star quest. Grand Locomon's not going to be doing a very good job here. How weak is this, or strong is it? Oh, sweet Christ. That thing's got... God, how much health is that going to be? Because that was about 568 just to take off that little sliver. Which means this probably has around 4,500 health or so? That's a concern. Go to Infirmon. We'll just kind of have to let him tank and go for defense drops. Let's see here. Come on, buddy. Ew. He's also quite tanky. And of course, he immediately gets that. Alright. We'll do that even though he seems like more of a counter or a magic caster anyways. Skill. Chaos degradation? How much does that do? 817. Okay. Infirmon is not going to have a good day with this. Destroyed Hook? I'm assuming he's immune to poison, but this is at least... 420... Oh! He's not immune to poison. Huh. Usually bosses like this are immune to those kind of status effects. Did they really just beef up his level? Just so that way he could take a little bit of punishment? Okay. I mean, I'm not going to complain. That's going to help out a ton. Defense drop? Nice. Yeah, your signature. Doesn't do a ton. Oh, that does count as physical. Nice. Good job, buddy. Nightmare 3. Should finish it off here, actually. Cool. Sorry, Devi. I need you to go back to your buddy. He's looking for you. Like, I'm sure that you're loved. Hey, you guys are good. I told your Digimon they're lucky to have a master that takes care of them. My master has hardly been to Eden at all recently. I'm always left here, waiting alone. Right then. Digimon can now travel to the human world, so I will get out of here to find my master. Hey, you were the one who came for me at the end. My master doesn't care about me at all. Your master's looking for you, too. Does my master ever get sad when I'm not around? Okay, it's time to start waddling. Time to go home to master. Alright, buddy. You go home and have your tsundere relationship with your baka. Enjoy it. Oh, he still gets to chill there, too. Shoot. Cool. Third problem solved. Now, considering I haven't been around everywhere, is there going to be special side stuff everywhere? That doesn't have anything, and I don't feel like scoring through the entirety of that. Let's see. Nokia's still chilling out. Alrighty, let's see what the next main quest is. Because that was the third one that we had. Shoot. Yeah, Sleuth rank up. Cool. Making good progress then. Then we get the bank expansion and void symbol. Oh. Hello. Shinjuku food tour with Nokia. I mean, that's fine. We can go on a pseudo date with Nokia. Maybe she wants to feed Agumon and them. Yes, she does actually want to feed Agumon and them. Okay. Ow. I mean, that's fine. I'm assuming she's just here. Yeah. Hey, Juicy, thanks for taking the case. The kid really wants to eat something delicious from the real world. I want to learn more about humans through food, which is honestly fair. Humans have a fairly wide variety of food to work with. To the point where eating bugs has become part of fashion. How about some Italian? You crazy? We're not going on a date, you know? We go somewhere with real food, don't you think? Alright, well Nokia just lost like 5 points. You don't shit-talk Italian food like that. I'm not even Italian, and I know you don't shit-talk Italian like that. Also, you have to consider the cost of an Italian place. Yeah, I work. I have a job, Nokia. I get money for herding Digimon. I can afford Italian food. For a family restaurant in Shinjuku? It's casual and it's cheap. Did I mention it's cheap? You're doing that why are you asking me face? Yes, let's teach the Digimon about the wonders of the human world by bringing them to a Denny's. That's a perfect plan. Thank you, Nokia. Oh. Well, there's a face I haven't seen in a little bit. Welcome, welcome, Z and crew. Hopefully the evening's been running well for you so far. Ah, Mute Zombie raid. What can I do for Mute Zombie?
What the fuck just killed me?
I guess we can show off the not Mute Zombie. But welcome, welcome, Z and crew.
Get bullied? Yeah, get bullied. If this is bullying, I am getting very bullied. Thank you all so much.
Now you shouldn't be bullying Z. You should make sure that you're hugging Z. It was just weird that it was showing like multiple clips, to be honest with you. But welcome, welcome, Z. Hopefully the evening's running well for you so far. To anyone new from Z's side, my name is Jude, your Judicially Utility Droid Mark III. I know how to do my own thing. Here to provide you with a comfy-ish time while we're getting stuff done. They were bullying me with money, by the way. For that context. Okay. Well, bullying you with money is definitely what you should be doing to your VTuber friends, so that way you can make fun of them. But thank you very much for sealing yourself in the freezer for another month, Non. It'll be a pleasure to have you. Cast some spells to keep most of the other humans, you know, taken care of at least. Oh, I'm supposed to be going to Shinjuku to a family restaurant. Where's the family restaurant? And what were you doing? Knights of Pen and Paper. That's definitely not a game I've seen in a while. Good to see you. Definitely good to see you too, Z. And welcome back from your vacation. How was Knights of Pen and Paper 2? Admittedly, a bit too much of a mouthful from my side right now. But I know that it's just a tabletop game in a video game and a single-player fun time, mostly. Oh, I'm not back? Then why were you streaming? I also hit my white by mistake. Sorry about that. And I've done a couple streams. I'm still on the West Coast. Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I guess that would also partially explain the mute zombie streams then, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's fair. How are you enjoying the West Coast, by the way? Hopefully it's not super humid over there. Am I in the right place? Somewhere downtown. Okay. I've been paying attention. They're hella scuffed and muted, but yeah. Getting streams in when I can, it's been lovely. Always good to hear that. I'm sure you're able to entertain the graveyard even from a remote location. Actually, would your community be called the graveyard? Or is that reaching a little bit? Wait, it's this? That is the sketchiest looking restaurant. Okay. Oh, Yuko's here too. Hello, Yuko. Are you also amazed by the value of cheap food? My lovely souls reside in the crypt. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. The crypt also sounds a lot more organized than just the graveyard. And I mean no offense to graveyard keepers, but we do want to make sure that everything is taken care of. And a crypt sounds lovely and cold. Then just watch out for the red minotaur looking for a runestone. Oh, we should be fine. And I'm sure Z is fine. How about a burger? You know how hard it is to get the whole graveyard in this property market? Oh, yeah, admittedly the property market's a little bit rambunctious nowadays. People just want to make money, and they'll gouge as much as, actually as humanly possible. Only humans are that cruel when it comes to capitalism. Sorry, Nokia, this completely backfired on you. These poor guys just ordered the most expensive thing in the house. And gods, I'm feeling old with that reference. I don't fully recall it either, but it does feel like an older video game. Actually, quick Google search can probably solve that. Red Minotaur with red gem. Gauntlet reference. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played Gauntlet in a long time. Definitely good to hear about that game, though. Haven't had that since I was a child. Yeah, it's definitely not a game that was around for a long time, since it was mostly an arcade hit from what I recall. But I believe you do have it on the SNES, I want to say? Or the Dreamcast copy. Okay. Sadly, I never had a Dreamcast, just because that wasn't exactly from the best of families, I guess. But definitely good reference point. Maybe a game that would be available on something else to look through, but I'm not sure in this day and age. Need a lurk though, gotta get up and stretch my stuff and leggies are sore. Always good. Make sure to take care of yourself, Z. And thank you very much for the raid. Hopefully you have a great evening. Oh Jesus. Yeah, these guys are starving. Oh dear. What about a pork cutlet? You get a decent portion size and it's cheap. Okay. Am I allowed to go across the street this time? Not really. There were NES games, then games on PS1, 64, Dreamcast, for Legends, then Dark Legacy was PS2, GameCube, and Xbox. That would make sense, yeah. Usually just sticking to that whole generation. Although I feel like it would be more on the Xbox and the GameCube, but... No, actually, if it's a Gauntlet game, and those were usually just on Nintendo consoles, it would make sense that it's on the GameCube. What would I suggest? Oh, okay. I don't actually have a choice. That's fine. These guys should be able to eat whatever. Oh, Wiggly's a little bit too big, isn't he? Should probably do that. Just so that way he's not blocking text. There we go. That's a bit better. Dreamcast Legends actually pulled some stuff from Dark Legacy. Well, it's always good when they're able to pull back from some of the other content. It does definitely get more of your returning audience interested in continuing to play it and replay it. Oh. And what's the problem with that, Nokia? I'm eating food. How much money do you have? I don't seem to have enough. Should we dine in Dash? I'm gonna have to pay it off by working for him. I mean... Oh boy, what are you guys trying to do? Oh. Did he just torch the restaurant? Oh, no, that's just explosion sound effects because they're acting like toddlers. Oh, hi, Yuko. Wait, what is Yuko trying to do? Oh, she's gonna flex her wallet. Okay. That's fine. Although I am mildly surprised she's allowed to just hang with us. I figured the company would have more of a stranglehold on her movements right now. That's fine. Now, have I played any of the Gauntlet games? I don't actually recall. Because I definitely didn't have access to a Dreamcast, because no one I knew actually had one. I would have had a GameCube, but I don't recall ever playing it myself, or renting it back when Rogers was still a thing. Or Blockbuster, rather. I think they both kind of did the same thing. I do wonder, actually. I should probably check the Switches thing to see if they added the Gauntlet games onto the NES emulator app. Because that would work out relatively well for them. Oh, we're not done yet? Oh, Farm 3 is done. Really? They're done already? Okay. I am just gonna go back home then. What are some of the older games I was able to play? I've been sailing the high seas to play Dreamcast games and having fun with Gauntlet Legends. That's probably the only way you're sadly going to get it, now that I think about it. Especially for, like, the Dreamcast experience. Whoops. I couldn't see Nokia with us. Went the extra mile to unlock the alter egos. I mean, as long as you're having fun with it, Grave, that is kind of what's important. And Kyoko Story Cyber Sleuth. Welcome, welcome, Nano. Currently, we are kind of at a section of story where Kyoko is MIA, unfortunately. But we'll eventually meet up with Detective Mom again. But how are things on your side? Hopefully the week's treating you well. Oh, not here. I need to see it from the crossing. Let's see here. Dessert place. dessert place. So from here? Because this is the crossing. What are y'all talking about? Or is it like this crossing? It is not that crossing. What are some of the older games I used to play, actually? Because I had friends who had the SNES. And I recall playing, I think, Toe Jam and Earl, or some kind of caveman-esque game on the NES. It was definitely a weird kind of co-op experience, but it was very well made for back in the SNES days. Where the hell is this ice cream shop? That's it. That is nondescript as all hell. What would that caveman game be, actually? Toe Jam and Earl was Genesis? Really? I just want to let you all know, Code Vein is 80% off. Okay. I do have Code Vein already on PlayStation. So I'm kind of good there. Joe and Mac. That sounds familiar. Joe and Mac SNES. Yes, actually. Joe and Mac would be the right one. That was a weird game. I barely remember it, but I at least remember its existence. But it was a fun one. It kind of gave you some randomized weapon mechanics from what I recall through power-ups. And then you just had to go through a caveman-esque story, trying to survive through dinosaurs and all that. As well as just making sure to eat. It was a fun time. Worked very well as a two-player experience. Your friends hated you. That kind of thing. Earthworm Jim still sits as one of the weirdest series IMO. Earthworm Jim is actually one of the first video games I've played, because I started with the Genesis. So the very first game I played was Sonic 2, and this isn't just an age thing, technically. I just didn't really have a lot of video games growing up until stuff got it a lot cheaper. But I started with Sonic 2, and then second game was Earthworm Jim. So I've definitely had some fun back in the day, just learning through the medium of video games how fucked everything can be. Sonic 2 is pretty good, though. It is. For some reason, I had a little bit of an impulse buy moment where I have a Genesis copy of Sonic 2 right now, but I don't have a Genesis or anything to play it on. I just kind of saw it used in the store for relatively cheap, and it came with the game cartridge, the box, and a book. So I wasn't really gonna fight the urge. So it's just kind of sitting pretty as a trophy for now. Wait a sec. Why are we freaking out that she was judging restaurants? I can recommend multi-retro systems that can play original carts. I think that's how I ended up playing it in the past, because I had a friend with, like, God, what was it called? I think it was like a Retron that let you play NES, SNES, and Genesis games on it. And then me with my one Genesis game was just like, can I use your thing for once? And they were like, sure, and I just got to play it. That. 110, nice. Gonna go into here. But still haven't bothered to look up another copy, because I wouldn't play Sonic 2. How are they done already? 133. I think I need 140 and a few more levels. So you're mostly good, but don't think your stuff is going up any higher. Although it should, realistically. Let's see, 60, 30, 90. No, actually, you would be full. Alright, that's fine. Command. I guess just develop stuff? Then with you guys, what was I doing with you? Right, I was training you. And I think you still need a little bit more. Command, train, tough. There we go. Completely lopsided, but that's fine. I've got a couple games that I mainly just keep around as trophies. The one I kind of wish that I ended up keeping was my copy of Pokemon Crystal, but I think either the game got damaged or I destroyed the box. I don't fully remember what happened with that game. I do still have the strategy guide, which did not stand the test of time very well, but I do still have the original Crystal strategy guide, as well as my Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages strategy guide, and I do still have my copy of Oracle of Seasons in box with book, taken relatively well care of. I don't think it's safe to say that it's pristine, but it's at least in good condition. Don't know how I hanged on to that game out of all of them, but if I ever do get a GameCube and a Game Boy player, that might be something that I can show. Because the battery, well, the battery was probably dead, now that I think about it. It's a Game Boy Color cartridge. Most of those batteries should be dead by now. Also, I'm kind of just wondering, because I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be doing. Oracle of Seasons? That was made by Capcom. That was made by Capcom. That was when Nintendo needed, like, more time to work on the N64 games. So they're like, hey, Capcom, fill in some space for us, please, thanks. I'll probably talk to Pete. Or wait, no, I can talk with the lady. Dude. Capcom made a few of the Legend of Zelda games, from what I recall, because they made the Oracle of Seasons and the Oracle of Ages. And then I think they made the one right after it as well, or the one right before it, with the Link's Awakening DX, I believe is them as well. Get back to your real job. I've done everything there, though. I guess I'll talk with Pete. Hey, Pete, buddy. I'll let you know that keeping the sofa warm is important work. You should sit here, you'll fall asleep. That is not the request I was thinking of, but sure, let's let someone invade my dreams and see what happens. Did I seriously just sleepwalk into the cyber world? Let's just keep going forward. Hey, where the hell am I? I may as well just keep going forward. Alright, well, let's just see where I wandered on to in my sleep. I should also probably check how tough the Digimon are here, because I feel like I'm gonna get my shite kicked in. Okay, champions. Bye-bye. Ooh, that's a chunky amount of experience. Okay, that might actually be a relatively good place to grind if they let me keep this. Intelligent restraint chips. Okay, we'll take it. Yeah, if you guys are gonna give me a place filled with champions at viruses that are at champion level, this is just asking me to grind. This is asking me super heavily to grind. It is still technically a digital network, but it's unnamed, so I'm worried they won't just give it to me. So I'm half tempted to just kind of grind. Oh god, these routes overlap each other. That's not good. Hold up. What the hell are these pathways? Okay. 2 Growlmon. Okay. We've got shining lasers, buddy. Like, if you want to just stand here while Mastemon just absolutely kicks your shit in, then I'm more than happy to provide that service for you. Health restraint chip. Okay. Now I just need to get on that other pathway and see what's up top. I don't think I've seen the tubes overlap each other, though. Womp. Bye-bye. It's too bad we don't have Platinum Sukemon with us, actually. That would help out a lot right now. Oot. Go here. Go up. There we go. Then we just gotta follow that up and around. Oh, you're actually... Oh, you got a back attack off. That's why. Exhaust Flame. Rude. No, you're not allowed to do that. Goodbye. Oh boy, I'm actually a lot more tired than I was thinking. I'm gonna blame the weather lately on that. Hello, item. Just speed restraint. That's fine. Because I know I've been kind of mentioning how I'm hoping Mother Nature hasn't been causing issues for people lately. But I'm assuming that it hasn't been too rough on everybody. If only because of the fact that it seems relatively calm. Just a lot of pop-up showers and a lot of random nonsense at the end of the day. Bop. So a lot of people have just had to worry about a little bit of extra rain, which we arguably do need after the summer. The summer has been unnecessarily cruel to most people's grass. So hopefully Mother Nature's at least being nice and providing with the moisture that you need. Oh. I am... Oh, it missed. Shit. That could be a problem. Because that's resisted. And then yours is just going to be neutral. But effective. Comment 2. On the not electric one. Okay, someone's learning well. Bop bop. And punch. Ooh. Later, ogre. Farm 2 investigation, found 2. Alright. That's fine. Then up. Alrighty. Let's see what's outside of the stream, because I haven't the faintest clue. Kind girl. Sorry I'm late. But look, I found food. This small child is bringing food to Elecmon and Poop. Buka. Lucky you'll get your zoo soon enough. And alright, Nunu? Food's always so tasty. What in the world is this? Did I actually just wake up in someone's dreams because I'm a partial program right now? Where am I? That was weird. She also had the same side tail that we have, which is a little bit concerning, but got a new case to solve. Stop stun bathing like a cat and check the board. Alright, thanks, Pete. Let's see here. Megadramon's property, Justimon's property, Caramon, and Agumon Black's property. The Knight of the Enigma. Excuse me? Masanori in Ueno, help my sister. Okay. I'm assuming they're gonna meet me here, because I don't know where Uena is. Since Kyoko's not around, I went ahead and looked for the case for her. Don't look at me like that. I can answer the phone and do email as well as anyone else. With your lack of hands. Our client's name is Masanori, and he wants us to help his sister. I'm assuming this is related to the Fuka that we were just seeing. Said to visit Ueno, where I'll explain more. Feel like real detective. Alright. Well, thanks, Pete. Ueno sounds new, so... Also, I should probably check, but when exactly does Infirmon digivolve again? Into... Mouth, please. When do you digivolve again? Attack 180 and 55. $180. Okay. So yeah, we just gotta hit 55, which is gonna come in time. That should be fine. And I'm pretty sure you can go up there, but I don't really want to get you there. Cool. I'm assuming everyone else is still kind of relatively working on stuff. And you need a lot more intelligence, actually. I should get rid of that speed on you. That's an unnecessary amount of speed for a whale. I guess I need speed reduction. That's fine. Akuamon is stuck for now. Cole can go up there, but I kind of want to get you to Drago. You can go into probably Superstar, because you only need one more point of SP anyways. Repa is actually good to go. So what exactly is this? Because the shadow, or the silhouette, doesn't actually impose what this is supposed to be. Kiranmon? Okay. I mean, that's not usually how you see Kiran spelled, but sure. Cam is 50, ability is 80. What the hell do you digivolve into? Okay. Let's see here. Platinum bit I realistically should just keep with us, but... Let's see... Shikua's gonna be stuck, Phantom's stuck, you're stuck. I don't believe anyone else is gonna be high enough for a while. What was that? That is attack 180. Your attack is garbage? I actually need to get you trained on attack more. That's kind of sad. You're also in the same room as the... You're not in the right room, actually. Alrighty, well... You're going over here, buddy. With... Hanyamon leaving, I guess. Let's see, Omnimon's Vart. Right, we do have you. I'm sorry, buddy, I keep forgetting that we have Omnimon's Vart. Mainly because of the fact that I can't afford to keep you on the squad. Without getting rid of something else. Omnimon's Vart is dark, right? Dooch. Dark vaccine. Oh. You learned one more skill. Excel boost doubles the damage. Yeah, we should keep that. Let's get rid of Panic Wisp. The statuses are helpful, but they just never hit. So not worth the time. And we could probably grab Waymon just so that way we can kill some of that speed. So let's just go into the Eden area real quick. We'll make sure to just dump everything on Waymon's speed. And then we'll just shove him back into the intelligence area and get him training up properly. Now. Hello, Mr. Shop. Let's see. Speed. There we go. Items. Let's see. Cool. Alrighty, so then that would leave you with a healthy amount to work with going forward. Alrighty, back into the box you go, buddy. We had to make you slow, but we have to make you smart in exchange, so you'll enjoy it when we get there. Up, up. Back into the lab. We'll go visit Mystery Mom. Scoot, move, way. There. Here. Alright, I set you to start developing stuff. I guess just develop stuff for us. We have the money. Oh. And I guess let's just double check whatever cases they ended up finding. It might just be the ones that we had before, so that's fine. Yeah, it was. Okay. Alrighty then, let's go to UNO and see what we've got going on then. We've at least got Omnimon with us now, so we can show up Nokia if she is also going to be joining us, but severely doubt that she is. You can go to UNO. Oh, goody, it is this Fuka child. It's over here. Here, you're the Cyber Sleuth, right? I'm Masanori, the guy who called you up for this. Come on this way. Oh, you don't look sketchy at all. Anyway, it sucks to admit it, but I don't think I can protect my little sister. I guess I should explain what I mean. You see, she's been going out every night lately. And I think... No, I know she's hanging out with a bad group of friends. She's just hanging out with Digimon, but you're not exactly wrong. You want me to actively kill the people she's with? I'm not asking to kill her or anything, just put them in their place. This man just hired someone at a detective agency to go beat up some kids. Sir, are you fine? Like, should I call actual police to get you off the streets? I'm gonna wait here tonight and I want you to stake it out with me. You can just see the unsatisfaction. Okay. At least I understand what's going on. Yeah, it's your sister. She's hanging out with a pile of poop and a small cat thing. Ooka. Come on, let's play. They're just Digimon, dude. Poor girl, look at the monsters pretending her friend and using her. Need to go teach them a lesson? Fuka seems like they'd be fine. She looks like she's having fun and stepping in would ruin her night. I mean, yeah. What a dumbass. Those guys, on the other hand, well, they're not guys, but I should go thank them. Why do we still have the spook music, though? Please tell me they're not actually going to kidnap them. Apparently, I'm done working. Did you get a reward for it, then? And nope. Well, this is a good sign. You want your reward? But we're not done yet. I'm not paying up until everything is completely settled. Isn't everything completely settled? You have to stay and watch those three too, so you'd better be back at the park tonight too. Alright, well, bit of a waste of time, but that's fine. There's still time before nightfall. Why don't you sleep a bit? Everyone looks better when you're well rested. Alright, well, we're gonna probably jump into her dreams again, so let's see what goes on in our nightmares. Ah, of course it's cops. Can't ever trust the cops. Come here, little girl, nice and calmly. We don't need to spook those guys beside you. have to hurry and get rid of those things before they eat the poor girl. These guys are just making the biggest assumptions. Don't have a choice. The monsters have to be stopped. Wow. Good profiling, justice-loving cop. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to go protect that young child from the police. That's about normal. I don't really understand what you're saying, but it's night, so you better get going and meet up with your client. Yeah, we should probably go protect that small child. It was more than a dream. The three of them are in danger. I wonder if you're consciously connecting into a network or something while you're asleep. Admittedly, that's probably what's happening. We're probably accidentally astral projectioning in our sleep because of the whole mixture of the worlds and how our body is functionally just digital. That's Sweetie, come here right now, please. Oh, there's a new one? Okay, yeah, Cyclone Mon's a little bit of a bigger problem. Cyclone Mon would probably kill this small child. I hungry, need food. Yeah, this child is dead. This child is quite dead. Feed me now. Oh then. Yeah, and the cop runs. Justice-loving cop my ass. You leave people wandering in the streets at night because they're too scared. Oh hey, these guys are coming into town. Hey, she has friends. They're also going to get murdered by Cyclone Mon, but they have friends. Oh, they are actually gonna... Are they? Do I not need to worry? I need to worry. I thought y'all had to do a Digivolve was yell hard enough. Well, they tried at the very least. No way could Digivolve, just playing around with Fuka all the time. Doesn't matter, it's the thought that counts. Whenever I'm thinking is have to protect Fuka no matter what. Alright guys, you deal with the Cyclone Mon. We're gonna be here to protect you from the backside. Then me just have Grill. Okay. You're not allowed to have the grill, Cyclone Mon. I apologize, but these guys are kind of just here. I better sneak in and help. Or better lend a hand before things get messy. Yeah, I'm sure we can sneak up. I was about to say, at least they tried to Digivolve. Yeah, they at least tried. Like, I'm not gonna fault their efforts at all. But they definitely need a little bit more. Just a little bit more of a push in the right direction. It is a virus. Look at that. Ooh, that didn't do much. Chain plus on... Why is the train faster? Just put it on the Angel. That'll at least help later. And then you... I feel like you're going to do a lot of physical stuff, so I'm just going to put that up now. Heaven's Thunder. Yeah, that's about right. Ice Archery. Yeah, that's about right. And Virus Earth. Yeah, Cyclone Mon is Virus Earth. Ow. Sadly, I don't have any... Like, I don't have Grass on Mastemon, but... Mental Charge on Mastemon. Let's make this the biggest possible boom. Nightmare didn't actually do that much, all things considered. And Chaos Degradation is not... Well, Chaos Degradation is technically still right. 25% off the top is helpful. Or if it does more because it's actually joined up with someone else, which I'd be cool with, but I don't think it does that. Did a bit more than 25, I feel. Destroyed Hook? Maybe we can poison it? It resists poison. Okay. What is nature or wind that beats earth? I'm pretty sure it's nature that beats earth. I think wind has something good against, like, fire, I want to say. Because I think that's... Yeah, you can kind of notice it here. It is nature that ends up beating Earth, but I don't keep a lot of nature coverage on me. Which is honestly a shame. I really should for situations like this, to be honest with you. So many types makes it tough to remember which is weak to what. Yeah, that is kind of the downside with the Digimon games, but... Oh... That's not fun. That's how I've been getting most of my damage out on you. Oh. Maybe wind does beat Earth. That's physical. Go for it. Yeah, you're not gonna do much here, buddy. These guys are also probably going to die. Yeah, 3,000 damage. Don't think most Digimon have access. Oh, he got the poison off. You lucky son bitch. Okay. So you currently are going to be taking a hell of a hit for this, but... Damn. Not lucky. Ow. And there's the other counter. Oh, that's why poison is nice. That's just unnecessarily nice. Okay. Informon's up to 33. Getting there. Wow, you guys are so awesome. You two did great, Lucky and Nunu. When did we get so strong? It's like there was someone else there helping us. You guys better get back to play with me again. We didn't get to do anything today. Look at those crazy little munchkins. Hopefully they can actually learn how to fight properly. And they somehow didn't notice the gods that were walking around. Hey, buddy. Love the poison kill. Yeah, poison kills are always nice. It's just those nice little edge cases that just get solved by a simple little poke. I wonder if Pete is ever going to get the chance to digivolve. Oh. Kyoko? Detective Mom, what are you doing here? Nunu and Lecky combined forces. Nunu the Numemon and Lecky the Elecmon. If you take the first syllable of from their species, you get Nue. Nue, the chimera from ancient myth. Yes, no one can call what happened there tonight the night of the living Nue. Why am I hearing Kyoko's thoughts? Oh, he fell asleep. Dude, you're supposed to be protecting your sister, and she almost died. If I wasn't here, your sister would be gone. Where'd everyone go? Yeah, dude, you fell asleep, and your sister was about to be eaten. That's your own problem. Let's see, pop quiz. Who is the undead Digimon king born from a nasty computer virus? Undead king. It's not Datamon. Myotismon? Myotismon is a vampire, so they're kind of undead. Dude. Cool, and we got a farm expansion plugin for that too. And forced story. Yeah. Host's voice too. What's up, Nokia? Want to talk to you about? Could you come to Shibuya? I know it's a bit of a hike. That's definitely not a good sign. Can we make it there? What is a youth? What is a youth is not really a question you ask very often. Also, why is Omnimon here? I thought you want to hide, usually. It's about, well, you're not feeling well. It sort of seems like things are at a standstill. After the you-know-what plan was put in motion, problems between Digimon and humans kept cropping up more and more. And the damage is getting worse and worse. If this keeps up, it'll be way out of hand. Something has to be done, but... I'm sorry, but the rebels have their hands full just trying to protect this bunch. Wanted to send them home to the digital world before things got way worse. And eaters are still ravaging there. so they're just screwed. Hey, I'm your virtual assistant, Nokia. I would just love it if someone had a pop-up of a Nokia phone. And it's just like, hello, I'm here to help. Press... do I remember my T9s? I don't remember my T9s. Let's see. ABC, D, E, F. Press 4 twice for help, I think. Anima said to find the other knights. We can find the other ones? Probably on hiding, each with their own intentions and motivations. Oh, neck, please. Nope. Also, nope. God, you are unnecessarily stiff today, friend. Aye. We have to find him and convince them? You really want to convince these guys. It'll be hard to do so for those bent on destruction, but there are Royal Knights who are not assholes. Okay. And the more we have on our... Okay, so I guess we're just going on a recruiting stream then. Let's search for the Knights, which means you're up, Cyber Sleuth. I mean, that's a relatively good job for me. I was thinking of that anyway, it's elementary. Alright, sure, we can get the little jab in. Oh, Omnimon's gonna help. Thank you, buddy. Royal Knight possesses massive energy. Unless one attempts to mask that signature, I'll be able to find it. Still amazed this is like the one time Omnimon is not a total bastard and a dick in Digimon when he isn't a protag. I guess that's true, isn't it? I think he's tangentially a protag Digimon, considering he's like Nokia's partner. So he's like second fiddle protag. He's like Sora's. He's like Sora important. But it is at least nice, because Omnimon is kind of meant to be mostly a herald of justice, if our war game is anything to go off of. Just forgot to press start. Towards Akihabara. Gallantmon. We're really gonna start with Gallantmon. Okay. If he's not convinced, we may have to fight. Gallantmon is a virus from what I recall, so it's probably a good thing that I've got Zvart with us. Friends, I just saw a Digimon attack somebody. It's not even safe to go outside. Should I take you out? The winking does not help. Let's see. Oh, everyone's mostly dead. I should probably heal before I do this. And I'll keep Ground Locomon with us, but I have a feeling Omnimon's Zvart will be a little bit better for a Gallantmon fight. This isn't actually what I want. I want to go to the lab. There we go. I know one thing I'm half curious about is whether or not Alphamon is in this. Because I don't ever recall seeing it, but if we're dealing like a lot with the Knights, then I feel like we're gonna either get Alphamon or something tangentially equivalent to him. We'll have to see though. Organize Zvart. There we go. Herald of Justice, and usually one of the biggest tools to Yggdrasil. So he's a bottom then, is what you're saying. Vmon is max and Toy Agumon is max. I just left from there. I guess if Omnimon is kind of just the bottom bitch of the Royal Knights, then that would at least help in terms of him always getting sold off as the villain because he's just kind of a little bastard getting sucked into everything. Oh, you can go higher. Sure. Strike. Well, hi, Strike. How's it going? And Kieran, you're not there. Nani can go up to Superstar. Let's just get that out of the way. Let's see. Wisemon's still probably stuck for a bit, right? Yeah. Wellmon, not quite. Okua, not quite. Waymon's getting there, but I do need to get up to 50. And still more intelligence training. If. Oh, what was the other thing that was at max? Not that. That was. Okay. Why don't we get you going to Gargermon? And we'll just bounce you around a bit until we can get up to High Andromon. Because we don't have High Andromon yet. Beast Spirit of Light. Oh yeah, for Lobo. That's what that is. Isari. I think we're good. Right? Yeah, nothing's good. And then Metal Sea is going to be stuck like that for a while. All of those babies are going to be stuck like that for a while. And you... I almost kind of just want to see what that is. Because that feels like your normal evolution. Then you, I'm just going to have to train like a monster. You know, I have half an idea of what that is, but it might be something separate. Also, where are you on the attack front? You're working on it. Well, just 1 minute left. I don't want to have to just pop back out of here. And then immediately, oh hey, the training's done. So I'm just going to run around the square for a bit. Let's see. Crusadermon, Omni, Crania, and Dynasmon are the usual tools. If I recall right, isn't Cranamon or Craniamon like one of the more evil-looking ones in the first place? Because I kind of remember that as being a very purple one with a dual sworded polearm weapon. Dude. Craniamon. Not quite Craniamon, no. It's Craniamon, technically. Or at least that's how I pronounce it. I might be a little bit off, though. There we go. Centaurmon. Cool. Alrighty, well, we heard the beep. Let's just go and get those guys training again. And then we'll go deal with Gallantmon. Because I feel like Gallantmon will just want to fight anyways, or he's corrupted or something's going on with him. Not there. Digilab. Doot. Let's see. 134. You should still have, like... Oh, we weren't training you, that's why. Your guys are developing. Farm Island 3 needs to be trained. Command, train, go for it. I'll fix Cam later. Oh. I actually wanted to upgrade Farm 3. Cool. I also need to actually add the attack trainer on here, don't I? Void symbol, neutral, electric fire. Do I not have the attack totem? That's health. We can just remove that. I don't actually have the attack one. Well, that's rude. That's fine. I guess I need the attack buffing train item. Can I get that here? I can. Attack. Health, SP, attack. We will grab a sandbag. And then we will also grab... Ah, whoops. Probably should have grabbed that one. And that one. Do. Farm Island. Farm goods. You can have the top study room. I think you guys are the ones with the intelligence base leader. Yeah. And then you guys are the attacking crew? No. You guys are the attacking crew. Farm goods. Top sandbag. Sandbag. Okay, that's better. Farm also that. That should work. Cool. Alrighty, so what are we doing? We're going to fight Gallantmon, who is in Shibuya? I think it said? No, we were in Shibuya. Oh boy, brain died on me. Thank you, short-term memory loss. Let's see here. We were just in Shibuya. Akihabara doesn't make sense. Shinjuku kind of makes sense. I'm just gonna go back to check in with Space Digital Mom. Can you remind this poor old robot who ran out of hard drive space a while ago? Akihabara, thank you. Shoot. That's a very helpful mechanic for people like me. Unfortunately, when I end up getting headaches, I just kind of forget almost everything. Akihabara. Now let's see where he's actually oh. He's just chilling in the middle of the street. That's also not Gallantmon. Or at least not the one I remember. I thought Gallantmon was the... like the Guillemon one. Yeah, I was about to say, like, this isn't Gallantmon, this is Leopardmon. You look ridiculous, Omnimon. I was certain I sensed Gallant. Well, I guess we're fighting Leopardmon then. Hello, furry bait. How's it going? And not just a Digimon, but a human child as well. Omni, the all-powerful, you bring shame upon your title. Omnimon, have you abandoned your pride as a royal knight? Hmm. It looks like he's part of the Fuck the Humans tribe. Yeah, he's part of the Fuck the Humans tribe. Okay. Distorting King Drazel's will according to your own desires. Is destroying this world really the only way? Alrighty, well, I'm surprised he hasn't just outright gone for the throat then. Came here to correct the distorted will of King Drazel. I will stop it as I see fit. Alright, Leopardmon, what's your counter-excuse to a dumb boy? What's your excuse to the himbo trying to save the world? Crusadermon was sent here to open the dimensional doors so that there would be a way for the Royal Knights to enter. Fair. This has been my plan. Okay. I guess we're just gonna be fighting Leopard then. That's new. Ah. Please tell me we're not gonna have to fight two of the Royal Knights in one setting. We abide none who interfere with the noble will of our king. I'm slightly worried now. Because Dynasmon doesn't really look like a virus, and neither does Leopardmon. That sounds like Gallantmon. Hey, buddy. There's our buddy. There's some truth in what the girl says. Withdraw from this place, Leopardmon. Hey, cool, we convinced him without even needing to meet him properly. We just needed to be in the threats of death in order for him to understand. He cannot have forgotten the destruction eaters unleashed in the digital world, nor where they spawn from. Fighting between Rail Knights would be too much of a waste. That said, the plan cannot be stopped. The end of the world is the will. Okay, so we don't have to fight them. But we've at least met up with Gallantmon, who's just kind of chilling here. Everything was consumed by eaters. We were left with naught but despair. Yeah. The digital world is in a little bit of a panic right now. But that's fine. The anger Leopardmon the others hold for the human race, being the genesis of the eaters, is immeasurable. That is why in their obstinance, their hatred drives them to wipe out humanity. Eliminate the eaters along with humanity. That was the plan hatched by Leopardmon, those the Royal Knights who agreed with him. Yeah, that's a good question, because now we know of about 3, being Crusader, Dynus, and Leopard. At least half. Oh, we're so fucked. But there are many who yet waver. It won't be impossible to convince them. Okay. Of course, whether that comes to pass depends on you. Are you up to it? Hey, small human child, are you alright with talking about talking with weapons of mass destruction, so that way they don't destroy your world? Are you good for that? Come on, Nokia. Step up, girl. That means Leopardmon and the others won't be able to take action right away. They need to lay low and store up some energy. We must seek out and locate the remaining Royal Knights before they make a move in earnest. If we got a little bit of fighting ahead of us, that seems fine. I'm on your side, and I've at least trained my Digimon correctly. Hopefully. To keep explaining our positions as much as possible, there are Digimon who may join us. Oh, Omnimon and Gallantmon are twins. Because they're 2 very important pro-tag Digimon. Although it's weird seeing Gallantmon after seeing Tamers, I believe is Gen 3. It's weird not seeing Takata here. Or Takato, rather. Because I'm so used to Gallantmon just being a DNA Digivolution. But him having lore as a Royal Knight is just helpful, I guess, to make him stand out, aside from needing to fuse with a human to exist. There are signals from other Royal Knights all over the place. Gallantmon should stay here. It's better if we split up to look. Yeah. Alrighty, let's look for the others. So we already know that Leopardmon, Dynasmon, and Crusadermon are not necessarily on our side. But who else does that leave? We've at least gotten Omnimon and Gallantmon. So I believe there's 8, isn't there? So there should still be like 3 more to find. Gallantmon's usually a voice of reason within the Royal Knights, or at the very least one who questions his orders. I think that matches well with Gallantmon, considering Gallantmon is a Royal Knight who is actually infected by the digital virus. Or the... whatever the... digital hazard, that's it. I remember my phrasing. Because he's just tied up with the digital hazard. That one. With having the digital hazard, he's a little bit off, and he doesn't really fit in whenever he goes anywhere, so being the one who's just in the Royal Knights being like, hey, you know how you stabbed that guy? I don't think that was right. even if the king ordered us to do so. I do like the idea, though. Shoot. Go back here. Yeah, I'm looking for Detective Mom. You're not Detective Mom. Chica. Chica. The cult club? You remember me? Oh, no, it's her. Right. Right, about your dad that we needed to investigate. I forgot about that. What's up? He's been acting strange lately. He suddenly started mumbling about things. I was betrayed by Kamashiro and something about an accident 8 years ago. They call it a state of confusion? He got so awkward, we ended up checking him into the central hospital. He was fine until the other day. Why so sudden? And you were investigating him the other day, right? Please just tell me. Is something happening? Magnamon, Ulforce Vidramon, Yankumon / Jessmon, and Kentaurusmon. So, this is obviously typecasting, but we're probably going to friend buddy up with Magnamon and Ulforce Vidramon, and then the other two are probably going to join up with Leopardmon in their crew. Because Ganku, I don't know. Kentaurusmon sounds like one of the slightly nastier looking ones, but Magnamon and Ulforce Vidra are Scream Pro Tag Royal Knights. Family needs to know if there's something in his past that's hurting him. Alright. Later, Chica. I'll try to dig up some dirt on your dad. Alrighty. Let's see. Shake farm trees to get. Can't take too much, but man, it's good. Oh, that's what all these are for. Thanks, it's okay. Ryota's walking along. That's not as bad as you think, Mom. And then Date ran after some hackers again. Oh. Were you like Makiko when you were young, Detective Mariyoshi? Yeah, I'm fine with just kind of asking if Mariyoshi was a bit of a dick. There's also Crania and Exa. Oh yeah, right. I don't want to say that Craniumon's gonna join the bad side, because he looks like a fairly stereotypical villain. Wait, are these alongside getting info on her dad? I mean, I guess we'll grab this. I have an errand for you. Come and ask what you have to buy, that is all. Am I doing a drug run for poop? I feel like I'm doing a drug run for poop. Okay, let's go to the hospital and see what drugs he needs. And then see what the actual purpose of this is. Because being a 1-star this late into the game means that you're not doing anything with this. This is just talking for the sake of talking. What are you doing here? Yeah, what a coincidence. Are you working? Yeah. I came to look in on my brother. By the way, do you have a sec? Would you talk to my brother for me? You want me to talk with Yugo? I mean, his soul is like completely in digital world, but my brother Yugo, yeah, he's probably been here for a while. Up until now, I haven't felt terribly sad taking care of my brother. Oh, Numemon didn't want us to do a drug run. Numemon wanted to make us sad. Numemon, why do you do this to us? But then I heard my brother speak through you the other day, and it made me sad. It drove home the fact my brother's not normal, with his silence and his endless sleep. It's mostly because his soul is trapped somewhere else. And I will find the cause of all this. I'm gonna turn in, have a good stream. Alright, thanks for stopping by, Solace. Enjoy your sleep, and we'll talk with you later. Ow. My neck is in really bad shape tonight. My turn to save you, because I can't yet find a way to thank you for saving me. There you go. I'm sorry for taking so much of your time. You came to the hospital as part of your job. I mean, we're apparently just trying to meet up with someone to get them stuff. Oh. Also that, yeah. Should be able to check Yamashina's room number and reception in the lobby. Thank you. Let's see here. Lobby. Let's see. Oh. And Farm 1's done. Cool. Probably want to get them training, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. So what time is it actually? About 20 after 10. There we go. I need you guys to train, I'm pretty sure. Cool. Alrighty then. Let's see here. We're gonna go check in the lobby for what's-his-face's room number. Hello. They say he's definitely here, but they seem to have lost track of his room number. How do you lose track of someone's room number? How do we look for him? Of course, we go back to basics. We ask if anyone has seen a confused man in the hospital. Okay. But there's just a randomly confused man that we're looking for in the hospital. I'm sure you haven't seen him, but we may as well check. Let's see. Oh, there's a digital thing here. Full of Tokyo's in a tizzy. Yeah. What about the kid? Kids usually see a lot. A deranged man? Anyway, the forbidden hospital room. You can hear a spooky voice coming from it. It's like an ooh voice. Do you think it's an animal or a monster or a Digimon? I mean, this kind of screams what we need to do, but... Let's see. I also used to leap before I look. Date will be a great detective. Alright, that's fine. Oh, we've been here already. I don't need to be here. I don't think. So there's a forbidden room that a Digimon's going ooh-wee-oo in. So I guess we're gonna go look for that in the general ward. Oh. Oh, I thought I was just gonna immediately kick us into there. Ah. Okay, yeah, that works. Nope. Nope. We're really just gonna idly check these rooms. I'm assuming it's behind one of the closed doors, but I'm assuming I need, like, a sound prompt? Ah. Yep, found him. Hey, buddy. My subordinate at Kamishiro? Were you two? What would you have with me? This poor guy. This is a psychotic breakdown. Are you good, my dude? I worked in the lab there, underground. I need to the lab. Take me to the Roppongi Underground Center. I have to go. There's something there. I have to go. I have to go. I'm not sure if we should be leading this man underground. This seems like a bad idea. He's just going to snap here. Or is he gonna fix this? Memories. We were scanning, uploading, rewriting mental data. My research was into the creation of mental data. Okay. Wasn't just me. There was someone with me. Yeah, Suedo. We already know he's kind of a dingus. Oh. So Suedo's doing some stuff. Okay. Get my memories back. You can do it if you use this. I've suffered enough things I can't even remember. So we're gonna have to go find Suedo and put it into his experiments then. Well, I mean, it's good that someone else is strapped in there for once. The copy then should be running the hardware's virtual memory. That'll keep it protected. Then we overwrite the original data with the altered copy. The memory should change. Ooh. Sir, are you sure you're feeling okay? You don't seem like you're doing too hot at all. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna jump into the chair to try and fix it. Alright, well. Look before you... Oh, Jesus, this looks bad. Why am I in Donkey Kong? At least she can still talk to me in here. Your sudden connection jump really surprised me. I think I understand what Koyoko puts up with now. Oh, that's mean. I'm doing my best here. Time is of the essence and all that. I'll navigate from here from now, from the mapping and the mental data is finished. There should be some protection in place in the memories, somewhere amidst the data. Break through that if you can. Then we're sure to have access to Yamashina's memories. Okay. This is a bit trippy. Of course it's you. Alright, well. It is a dark virus, so... This is AoE, but we may as well. Yeah. I don't like the alien. The alien's too stringy. Oh, that's a fall-off point. Okay. Hello, Sowers. You're not bosses, I assume, so this should be free? Yeah. Getting a lot of areas that you would realistically grind into, so I'm a little bit worried that I'm screwing something up. Whop. Bike and veggies. Or, not bike. What is that? I don't actually remember what the alien's called. Sorry, buddy. You're just gonna have to die in this burning pillar of... You didn't die from that. There we go. Later, little nasty alien bro. And everyone's getting levels. Ooh. You look fun. Restores a lot of health for all battle digis. That's probably better than... Aura? Because if I want to heal everybody, I probably want to heal everybody a lot. Vaidmon, thank you. I'm assuming we'll have to be fighting a few more of the Vaidmon here. And if Vaidmon has its normal Digivolution, that might be a boss somewhere. Yeah, these guys got nothing on this crew. I can see why this is currently a 1-star quest. Oh, it missed. No, it didn't. Silly gamer nerd. Needed to treat you to a bath. Digimon complete. That's all well and good. Jesus, you were everywhere, dude. You're also unnecessarily slow. You really had to get the poison out. And how is Mastamon hitting harder than Omnimon? Okay, that's fine. And Infermon's getting a lot of love. That's good. Pop. And then I just need you to kill, buddy. That's not killing, buddy. Oh well, good enough. Getting a lot of bug recoveries from him too, which is a little bit worrying. Because I haven't seen some of the status effects yet, and I'm half wondering when the game is just going to immediately shove them in my face. They're dead if they hit. Cool. Bye-bye. Down. Down. Oh. I should probably just do a one-shot on you, to be honest with you. And woof. And woof. Bye-bye. The optional boss brings the status effect pain. Well, it'll definitely be a bit before we actually get to the optional boss, but good to know. I'll have to keep saving up some of those items then. Oh. Let's see here. What was I looking for? I needed to do this. I forgot I got rid of Aura. Do that. And then I'll get rid of that for final Aura. An Omnimon. What do you got? Don't really need Vulcan Palm 3 on you, but... Is there anything else that would help? No. Very much no. Okay. There. Now, what else can we find in the depths of this man's mind? Because it does feel like we're kind of going around in circles. Trust me, you'll need more than the single heal items, especially against the Demon Lords. Yeah, I can wager that. Jerk. I know that we're grabbing a good amount of the sprays, but I feel like I get out of them a little bit too quickly. So I'm assuming near the end of the game, I'm going to need a lot more of those HP sprays. And I guess final Aura on Mastemon, just as a heal. Down. Oh goody, it does have its Digivolution here. That thing should be a virus still, right? I also like how there's just a phone here in case you don't want to fight it yet. Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna go here. And I believe that you guys are kind of just free to do whatever, so just keep making stuff. Cool. Alrighty, well let's go fight Vademon's main Digivolution at least. I don't usually get to see this very much, so... Let's save. Oops. Hey, buddy. It's the Frieza knockoff. Yeah, that's relatively close to Frieza. Just a lot more of a bot. And be careful, it doesn't look like any ordinary Digimon. The Digimon is comprised of converted memory data, and it's very likely that it's using the altered data as protection. If we can break through, we should be able to free the data and restore it to its original state. Okay. I know this thing is like an alt... Oh god, it talks in Alien too. Ah. Did it just infect itself with bug? Well, I guess that's why all the Vademon were giving all the bug drops. I just want to see what happens, mainly. That does do damage, okay. If it's Mecha Frieza, it's if Mecha Frieza was in its third form. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. It doesn't talk properly anymore. It probably does not necessarily want to talk. It probably just wants to murder. Can I one-turn that? Oh no, it's going twice. Yeah, of course that misses. Brain rupture. Okay. Ah! Why did that do so much? Ow. That's my tank, too. You sack of garbage. Of course that misses. Okay, let's just do that. Abimon is its name? Okay. Oh yeah, it does actually say that there. I was half wondering, considering it was talking in bug before, as to whether or not it would be, but... yeah, that wouldn't do too much. There's that bug thing again. And that has bugged Omnimon's Vart. What does the bug status do? Because I know we've got ways of recovering it, but... I kind of just want to see what it does. Oh. That's different. Will it not let me use skills? Flips the weaknesses. Oh. So then it's treating it as like a light data type then? That's a bit of a problem. Please hit? Oof. Oh, Omnimon's dead, aren't they? They're not, but they're damn close. Probably should have recognized that. You've got a few too many status effects. And what is the... what in the Doctor Octo-Xenomorph? Yeah, that's about right, I feel. You just flipped that from being a virus, so did that make Chaosdramon a vaccine then? That was already neutral. I feel like I should be getting rid of some of these bugs, to be honest with you. I don't want you to completely murder Omnimon. I feel like Chaosdramon should be fine. Oh. It bugged itself? Crap, if it bugged itself, depending on the fight, bug can either be helpful or a death sentence. In this case, it does seem a little bit like a death sentence. This should be neutral, technically. Because they're the same thing and they're both bugged. Yeah. That is an awkward thing I need to keep in mind, then. Hey, a memory up from that, too. I'll take that. Alright, well, it's dead now. Does that count as me freeing up the data? Can you go fix that from her end? You good, buddy? Oh, we got the danger music. That's not good. Oh, goodies. Alright. Memories came flooding back all at once, so I'm still a bit disoriented, but I am myself. Alright. Body may well have wanted to be reunited with its true memories for all these years. Oh. I may ask, just what was written in your memories, Mr. Yamashina? The Eden beta test from 8 years ago? Took place with several hundred invited participated. It was a closed beta. We tested both operations and gameplay, which I'm assuming her brother was a part of. At the time, I was working for Nile, which Kamashiro had already bought out and acquitted. And Suedo and I ran the beta, but it was even more than a test. It was a promo and a demo event in and of itself. You probably shouldn't be promoting your beta. And to have such an accident occur at the event. During the beta test, 5 children participating fell unconscious, which, fair. 4 regained consciousness quite soon, but the 5th became the first Eden Syndrome patient, which was Yugo. There were 4 other children involved besides my brother. Do you remember who they were? Oh no. I know there's 3 children with me, Nokia, and Arata. And that might partially explain why my body's fucked. I'm sorry, but I don't. It's not that my memory's been altered, I just don't know. I and the Eden I built stole those children's lives. I couldn't bear it. I couldn't face the failure I'd created. My awareness of my guilt sickened me emotionally. That's why Suedo erased my memories for me. He saved me for a bit. By the beta test phase, the Eden Network already had ties to variant government agencies. Oh no. And massive amounts of money were in play. That was why no one could bring the project to a halt. Capitalism at its finest. There's too much money, we can't stop this now, motherfucker. This is killing people, but we can't stop the project. It's making too much money. I think the only one who could have talked to them was Suedo. Once they regained consciousness, the 4 of them all began to speak of peculiar things. Which is the digital world. So they were actively trying to kick people to the digital world, but... Yeah, he wanted to go there. Suedo wanted a partner. Suedo stole their memories. That's a good sign. Not stole them, but as he did for me, he encrypted them and sealed them away. Although memories can be altered, they can never be erased. Nothing is a difficult thing to achieve. That was 8 years ago, though. 8 years ago when children were crying. Yugo is around our age, from what I can tell. It might be us. Could you seal away my memories for me again? The old me was too cut up by my work, my family couldn't depend on me, and I made my daughter cry more than a few times. But without my memories, I became a caring father. Without the memories, I finally had to deal with the person my family needed me to be. Dude, just suck it up and don't be a dingus. Ow. You're correct. I experienced the symptoms because of my physical memory shift. Human memories do not exist solely in the brain. They shift to neurons throughout the body. Muscle memory, yeah, okay. I can understand that. So then why do you want me to seal them again? Now that I've told you everything, I feel somehow more at ease. Perhaps this is a form of repentance. Let me forget my past again. I want my family to be happy. Honestly, dude, just suck it up? Wait, we're agreeing to it? Oh no. And that just fades to black. Okay, I guess we're just resealing that guy's memories. Alright, buddy. Have fun being at home. I don't know if that's the right thing to do, in all honesty. I feel like he probably should have just... There's no good answer for that. Yeah, that's the right answer. There isn't a good answer. I must be going then. I've got to go after Rie and Suedo to solve the mysteries. I'll be in touch. Alright, thank you, Yuko. Oh! Wow, just one after the other. Alright, Mariyoshi, what you got in Shinjuku? And Date. Get back, you wanted me to shoot you with this? You squishy girth thing? You can shoot something for being gross, ain't that right? What is Date doing? And are we gonna have to deal with that Numemon problem now? Alrighty, let's go find him. Farm 3 is done. Okay. Map. I think she said Shinjuku. Digilab, I'm just gonna check that real quick. You guys actually done? You guys are actually done. How is everybody looking? 21 attack, 21 defense, 35, 25. That's actually a lot, and I need a lot more attack. I might need to kick you out of there. Actually. Power pineapple. Feed. Damn it. Yeah, I do need to actually axe some stuff so that way he can actually be shrunk. Command, train. Go for it. Leave Digifarm. Here. Move. Where are you, buddy? Go here. We'll go back and get rid of his... Actually, do I have what I need for that? Items. I do still have some defense chips. Hey, buddy. 3. Don't really need super high defense on you. And then we could probably get rid of the SP as well. Do I have SP or strain chips? I do got a few. Just gonna get rid of most of that. I'll go down to like 5, because we don't need SP for the next Tyrannomon stage. We just need attack and health, which is gonna pop up more often than not. Oot. Okay. That's good. Back to the lab. Let's put Buddy Boy back in his training room so that way he can get the attack he needs. Metal Tyrannomon. Now let's see here. We need to go to here, I'm fairly certain. So, oh, we did need that much defense. That's fine. 4 points is probably fairly easy. We do need a lot of attack and a lot of health, though. Health will be needing a little bit of work, but attack definitely needs the most. Okay. Nice. Sunflow's probably still going to be gone for a bit. All of those guys are just leveling. You are close. And I probably need to get rid of the defense on you as well, because that's kind of capping, I believe. Hercules Kabuterimon. Come into my party, friend. Items. Defense restraint chip. Perfect. Perfect. There we go. Now, is there anybody we want to keep on the squad right now? Because we can hold 16 points of something right now. But 16 is not a good number for the stretch we're working on. I guess, technically speaking, once we can get you up to Diabora, 55, once we can get you up to Diaboramon, that's at least helpful, because that'll only cost us a couple extra points. Then we can have a relatively wide range going for us. I don't have, like, the EXP racing items, do I? I do. Not a ton, though. Cool, he's getting there. Let's see, Cam. I need to increase combat on anybody? On Omnimon, interestingly enough. Okay. Alrighty, so we needed to go to either here or Shinjuku. Or Shibuya. Where are you, Mariyoshi? Where's your squishy friend that's hanging out with your date? Whop. Let's see. Back road, maybe? Back road is where a lot of stuff ends up happening. Oh, I can't see anything. Cyberdramon, please calm down. You're blocking camera. Oh, there's an eater over here. That's a good sign. Yeah, that'd be a bit of a problem. Hey guys. I'm gonna try and defeat this for you. I'm surprised they're not dead yet, actually. Although, definitely not a good thing that the eaters are just readily available. Ripping net, alright. Ow. Estemon. May as well do that, see how much it does. 151. So these guys don't have a lot of health, but if I recall correctly, they just are unnecessarily tanky. Nope. Alright, Eater. Oh. That's unfair. That is converging. Alright, buddy, if you just want to use your turn to buff, I'm not going to stop you, but... There we go. Cool. Gonna bounce for the night later, Jude, and good luck in the game. Alright, sounds good, Grave. Thank you very much for joining us for the night, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Looks like another similar Bakemon underground. Or can you take care of that one too? Also, I spotted Sonata here. Looks like he's headed underground. No. Ooh, yeah, that's not good. I'm coming, blue balls. Oh. About Yamashina, I think this is a good time for me to reevaluate myself. Alright, buddy. You do that. Anyways, hi, Arata. Hey, it's been a while. Imagine running into you here. Did someone put you up to this? No, there's just eaters around. I was just joking. By the way, how are you feeling? Your body's not getting worse, is it? Why am I angry? Very funny. Who worries for one criminal? Been looking into eaters while avoiding the cops and potential witnesses. The life of a fugitive is harder than I thought it'd be. I'm assuming he has Diaboromon by now, right? Some of my buds were chased here by eaters. I thought I could help them before they got attacked. But you don't want to be guilty for association. Leave this to me and get the heck out of here. Is what I should be saying, but I know you won't listen to me anyway. If you know it, then don't say it. I'm glad that he's at least our friend. Blue Balls was a little bit off at first, but he is definitely being a lot more open now and being a lot better of a buddy. Fight side by side for old time's sake. I mean, sure. He has to have Diaboromon though, right? Alright, well, let's go see about his buds. Oh, hi, old man. I feel like his buds are going to be murdered. And I'm very confused about that. Oh, hey, it's the little guys. Hey, little guys. This feels mean. Why do they have an eater in here? Yeah, that can get leveled. Oop. Oh, they drop topazes, though. That's not too bad. Let's see. Don't suppose you're friend. Let's see. Let's just go check back here to be safe. And we'll go down. Ah! Yeah, that's not subtle at all. Farm 1 training's done? Okay. Hey, kids. Oh. Oh, nice, and we got the advantage on this one, too. Later, eyeballs. Just gonna poke you. And he's still not at Diaboromon. Why are you still at Infirmon? I feel like we should at least have gotten you up to the ultimate stage, or the mega stage by now. Ah. Need to go this way? No, I need to come around back. Okay. That's fine. I'm just gonna run. These are not fights that are worth fighting. Doot. Doot-doo-doo. I'm just gonna go downstairs, and we're gonna loop around back, and we're gonna deal with that thing, which I'm not sure what it is, but we'll see. There's that here. Ah. There's an event here. Oh, Ankylamon. Hey, buddy. How strong are we against Ankylo? Not supremely. And that's a bit overkill. Let's just do that. Yep. Bye-bye, Ankylamon. I love you, buddy, but the world did not like you. Let's see. Is this the right one? It is. And you're faster. And you do no damage. Cool, I'm fine with that. Of course it missed. Mastemon, Mastemon. I need you with a better skill for that. Pop. Later, buddy. Would be nice if we could just recruit them, because that would save me a lot of hassle, but... There we go. One thing down. Oh. I needed to do that anyways. Okay. I'm fine with being rewarded for doing offshoot things that I thought were unnecessary. Alrighty. Onto the tracks we go. This is not safe, kids. Never do this. Especially if you've got ancient living weapons with you. Also, that looks terrifying. Also a lot of eaters over there. Save. Just to be safe. And I'm assuming we'll start once we get a little bit closer. Yeah, that's a lot of eaters. And they're all dead. If only I had more power. Just, why is your Infirmon still an Infirmon? Get a Diaboromon. Oh, shit. He just dotted everyone on my squad. I don't like that very much. I don't have mass dot here, do I? Do. Dot cures, dot cures. I don't have dot cures at all, do I? I seriously don't have dot cures. I thought I would have gotten some by now. Okay. That's a bit of a problem. What do I do? Oh, I do have dot recovery. Who would be the one that would hit the hardest? Probably you. And you. That does not do that much. You also do not do that much. Although I am liking the dot matrix sprites. Those are cute. Item? I guess I need to do the dot thing again? On probably Mastemon? And I might just leave Cyberdramon? No. Nice. Okay, I'm glad I put the effort into using 2 of my 5 dot recoveries on that. Really can't use skills like this. Well then, this is a problem. And you're just gonna steal SP as well? You jerk. Well, he doesn't seem to be doing much other than just stealing our SP. Oh, there we go, there's an attack. On the NPC. Oh, hey, you're out of your thing. Okay, so that does go away after a relatively short period of time. Maybe I don't need to worry about it then and just kind of suffer with it and heal when needed. Data's converging. Fair. Destroyed hook. Hit it hard, please. That's hard enough. Pop. Then Omnimon's still kind of stuck as a dot. Alright, buddy. Poke away. Melt processor. I mean, I'm glad that was on the ally, but... Reduces health of all foes by 25. I think that's not as useful now, so... I'm just gonna do that and hope for the best. Shite. Maybe removing 25% is helpful. Do that. Mental break field. Okay. Int down on everybody, which is rude. Good thing we don't have to worry about that with you, but... We don't do much damage to this level of Eater. Int up, defense down. That's alright. I guess do that again just to see how much it does. Because if your other skills aren't doing much. 358, yeah. We've still got a lot to go. How does Destruction Cannon 3 come out after you? 121? Not bad. Now, can you get off a hook and do a good chunk here, please? Fuck. There's Melt Processor again. On Mastemon, so it doesn't do as much, but still, oof. I guess just Nightmare 3. Ooh, powered up. Nice. Still only does 72. I guess her int is down, so... Int penetrating. That should technically help, but... Yeah, 340. I guess I'll just have to buff Omnimon's Fart, just so that way we can get away with doing more damage to him. So in that case, items, SP spray. Probably should only take 2 more of those cannons. And you... I guess just keep trying for it, buddy. I just need you to hit this. And I'm hoping the combo at least helps with the hit. Up. Nice. Nice, clean 7,000 EXP, too. Cool. Well, there you go, Arata. Don't stand so close to them. What do you think? Do these things even have a sense of intellect? They just eat and eat like crazy. I mean, their purpose is... Of course, Suedo. Jerk. Alright, Suedo, I'm glad you're following Arata, but like... Can we just get this solved? Always showing up whenever you feel like it, you sitting back and watching the disaster unfold. You're definitely fascinated with them. I thought if anyone would be, it's you. This may take some time, but out of respect for your intellectual curiosity, allow me to share my research with you today. Why do you eat? What is the goal in your act? No real goal in eating. If I don't eat, I die. Are they just a desired hunger? Is that how they ended up building those things? Humans and eaters are identical. Eaters parse and absorb what they've eaten as data. They have the power to overwrite that data as well. That is the phenomenon known to you as the bugging of data. And this is merely one reaction to that. It is not in bugging. Take the data they absorb and restructure it within themselves, which is how they keep getting those weird forms. They're eating in order to evolve. That sounds relatively normal, at least. For eaters, all existence is a chance to evolve. Take that wall separating reality from the digital away. They don't care. To them, it's all just food. An eater's abilities to hunt down prey allows them to achieve in an instant what it has taken man an eternity. Okay. And you've allowed the eaters to eat the dimensional walls so they could evolve. What are you and Kishibe up to? Yeah, I did work with Kishibe. Our goals were aligned for a bit. It only extended as far as the collapse of the digital wall. And as Kishibe herself put it, she wanted to just open the dimensional door. I was more just interested in the wall. Semantically, they're the same once you get past the abstract. Yeah, what is your goal? Once the eaters erode the wall, the border between ours and the digital world will be history, and the real world will feel the effects of the digital world as digital shifts continue. That's not a good thing. This man wants to play God. Yeah, this man wants to merge the worlds to play God. That's not a good thing, sir. You're risking the extinction of the human race, so you can potentially play God. I mean, we just kind of want to survive. You'd best be careful. Ah. An eater snuck up behind us. Those who cannot evolve will be weeded out. You mustn't dawdle. Ah. That's not good. Yeah. This one's still alive then? Yep. Eesh. Now we gotta dive in and save Arata then, before he's just completely gone. At least I hope we can. Because Arata doesn't fucking deserve this. Ooh, he has ties to Yugo, doesn't he? Oh, no, Yugo's coming in to help. I think. Or we are the kids relating to Yugo's issues. And we just stood there, huh? Glad you're back. You finally stand at the crossroads of evolution. It would be for nothing if you were simply to vanish. Oh, he can take people out of the eaters? What? Suedo, what? How do you feel? I'll be. Nothing has changed. I'm just some kid. I'm not able to protect anyone. Ooh, Arata's been through a bit. It's alright now. Soon your sadness will be gone for good. Oh, don't go with Suedo. Please don't go with Suedo. No, don't go with Suedo. There's something big I've still got to do. In order to take care of things, I need more power. God damn it. I mean, he'll probably be safe with Suedo, considering he's also a world-renowned criminal, but, like, this man is gonna sacrifice you to the Eaters, Arata. Isn't that Detective Mom? Hi, Detective Mom. It's about time she finally popped up. Could you kindly leave us? You really just put a level 4 wall in front of us, huh? You can rewrite programs that would modify the very rules of the real world in real time. My mind's made up. I can crack a level 4 wall. Game, I can crack a level 4 wall right now. This isn't much to go off of. Don't? His will is strong. It's pointless to say anything now. What do you need to be doing now? Answer as my assistant? Slowly but surely, I'll find a solution at lightning speed. Good reference. Very good reference. Definitely not one most people would get, though, I feel. It was a very you response. Let's just see the conclusion the response lead to, shall we? It'd do no good to chase them too far now, so let's just go back to the agency. Of course she wants the coffee. Alright, well, she should be at least glad that heat exists. Won't have time to savor it. We're really getting to that part in the story, then. I mean, that's fine. Oh, I just noticed we're a strong cyber sleuth now. Actually, it went up when I didn't notice it. Anyways, welcome back, Detective Mom. Sorry I couldn't answer you when you called. I've been tracking Royal Knights as they appear above ground. It was harder than I expected. Yet after all the hard work, I was able to roughly pinpoint the locations. There are Royal Knight signals in 4 locations. Odaiba, Shibuya, Ueno, and Eden. The clearest such signals coming from Obaiba Examon is the most destructive power of all the Royal Knights, but he has been hindered due to being predated on and eroded by Eaters. Okay, the defense forces have Examon surrounded. I suggest we leave this to them for a bit. Okay. The remaining signal in Shibuya is Magnamon, Genkumon in Ueno, and the one I detected in Eden is Kentaurusmon. Those are the only ones signaling right now. The rest are likely jamming their signals. Yep, I guess we're going after Magna. Where possible, gain new friends, and you look a little spaced out. You good? That's fine, but turning chicken won't work. Am I good? Get some caffeine in before you go. No thank you. Your coffee is basically poison, Kyoko. Like, you're a great gal and all, but your coffee is disgusting. Oh no, I do just have it. What is happening to our character? We shouldn't be liking the taste of her coffee now. Oh, this is bad. Does she... I have concerns for Juicy. Ah, I didn't even drink it. This is a concern. Our character is not doing well with everything going on. Let's see. Oh yeah, we do have a tiny baby Gallantmon in the decks. Then Sia, take care of Nokia and everyone for me. Arata, no. No, Arata, be my friend. Oh, that's a problem. That's a big old problem. Arata, you're gonna cause me no end of concern, aren't you? Let's see here. Command, train, go. Dude. Alrighty. Well, honestly, personal bet, I'd rather just go for Magnus first. He seems like the easiest one to actually grab. Which makes me think Ueno. So I guess let's just go to Ueno and see what we can find. Shoot. We kind of need to level up our guys a bit, though. Ueno. Ah, yeah. That's not who I was looking for. Keep it up and the Royal Knights may as well be nothing more than a dream. This is our JoJo Digimon. Genkumon's footsteps. Alright, Genkumon. That's something. I don't know, I just get the feeling like I'm lacking something. I mean, he seems okay. I'm gonna save anyways, just in case, but... There we go. Hello, sir. May we converse? You want my help to protect this world? You are out to convince as many Royal Knights as you can to stop Leopardmon from ending the world? I'm assuming I still need to fight him anyways. Yeah. Not that easy. Alright, what's up, Genku? I have no interest in your quarrel with Digimon. My only thought is how quickly build Hackmon from a disciple into a proper Royal Knight. So he's a neutral party then. I will help you if you accede to my request. You want us to train Hackmon? Okay. Why are you handing me over to a human? Is it I'm so weak and have I betrayed your expectations? No. You just need a... Oh, he just got yeeted. Well, sorry, Hackmon. Just couldn't make it in the world. The two of you must defeat Bancho Leomon. Do I actually have to... Okay. Do I actually have to train him up? I'll always be weak. You won't always be weak, buddy. I went for the pet. We know that this boy needs some love. I'll take down Bancho on my own, and then my master will believe in me again, so don't you dare follow me. Sounds like an invitation to follow. Alright, well, Bancho is definitely a little bit tougher. Oh, that's not good. Made a promise to Genku, it means I should follow him. Alrighty, well. Farm 2's done. Let's see, can I just get in here? The whole area is restricted? Whole area is restricted, you say? I'm glad we can use our powers in the real world. Alrighty, so we're gonna have to deal with a Bancho Leomon here, huh? Hackmon's not around, I'll head further and see if he's there. May as well see what he's up to, because Bancho Leomon is not exactly a simple customer to deal with. Also, what is this for? Ooh, this is a big old pathway. Go right, I guess. Less stops for now. That's a Waymon. That's a bit bigger than I was expecting. Also a vaccine. Which isn't great. Definitely not doing a ton of damage, though. Shoot. Water is not that good of an attacking type. This is where I need lightning. This is where I need virus lightning stuff. Oh, look at that. This is where I need data lightning stuff. I need the train out. Oh, nice, we got the poison off, though. By Chaosdramon? Almost. Just slap him. He's basically done. Cool. Bye, Waymon. I guess Grand Locomon needs to come out in place of that. Let's see. Shikumon's good. Farm 3 is done. That's fine. Digimon, Organize, Ground Loco, over Chaosdra. Alright, that's good. So we've got a lot more vaccines in here, then we're probably gonna have to think about this a little bit harder. Also, this is a lot of spare pathways. Hello. And you're really going for the one that resists everything that you do. You sure you're good, buddy? Because you're trying to nom on a train. That's not exactly the smartest decision you can make. Pop. Ah. That's a problem. Also, he just regenerates SP per turn. That's not good. That's only 2? Do I actually need nature for water? That's a bit of a concern. Vulcan Palm, get in there, buddy. And then the train can finish off. Hopefully. Nano Machine 3. That's weird. I feel like you should be weak to electricity. Guess not, though. Weird. Maybe it's wind that beats water in this. Has been a bit. Let's see. Hey, there's an item here. Home gate. Alright, that's fine. What else can we find in here? Nothing. There's our exit room. Let's just check what's on this side then. Oh. A lot of whales, at least. So it's not wind. Why are you not weak to electricity? Bop. It's not fire. It's not earth. You are water, so realistically this should be resisted, but... What is up with Waymon? Oh. Welcome, welcome, Jasper and crew. Hopefully the evening's running well for you so far. To anyone on Jasper's side who may not necessarily know me, my name is Jude, your Judicial Utility Droid Mark III, here to provide you with a relatively comfy time while we're getting some stuffs done. Admittedly low energy, but that's fine. Jasper. Not the emotes. I want the name, Twitch. You won't give me the name. BT. There we go.
Yep.
Oh no.
Now, what were you playing there?
Oh. I hadn't stopped moving yet, so that just fucking reset me to the beginning.
That golf with friends? Or some variation of such?
The fuck? The fuck?
Nani the fuck. Yeah, that's about normal when it comes to that game. And you were doing Blops 3. That's a bit much. Hello. Just get that in. Golf it. Well, can't say I have golf it. I do have golf with friends, but I'm assuming that's the same idea. So why are you not weak to electricity? Why do I not remember the type chart in this? And of course you get sleep, which in my professional opinion, golf it is better. Well, as someone who doesn't necessarily... It is nature? Really? No? It is not nature. Oh no, it is nature. Just because I have it and I don't have golf with your friends? Okay. Not exactly the best way to sell your pitch, Jasper. Oh. Alright, I have vaccines out against data. That's not a smart thing. I can always look into it, though. I don't think I see anyone actively playing... tag out there. There we go. Don't think I see as many people playing golf with friends, unfortunately. Even though they're both functionally the same game. Weird that it's nature. Alright, well, die to your poison. Mental break, that's fine. And it is pretty fun. Most of the mini putting simulators are usually a relatively good time, so that sounds about right. Nothing up there. Okie doke. Well, we don't need more health capsules, so I'm just gonna vamoose. Dude. Emerald. Okay, I'm fine with getting more money. And I guess, since you weren't actually playing golf it today, how did your Blops session go? Nightmare. Gonna finish trying to eat and then lay down, probably. Probably a safe bet, Jasper. Especially if your Tum's feeling a little bit off anyways. I might finish a little bit early myself, just because my neck hurts a good deal. But we'll have to see about the timing on that. Because we are kind of hitting slightly important story beats. Oh, right. Nature. Electricity isn't the weakness. Went well, had fun with Nikki, and then did some solo stuff before tummy got too bad to be comfortable sitting. Yeah, fair. Try to make sure you get a very delicious sandwich that you can eat while you're standing, and then lay down for a bit, please, and thanks. You need to make sure you're taking care of yourself, or else you won't be able to serve any drinks. There we go. Then up we go here. To adventure. Oh, this did actually just kick me somewhere else. With a blockade. Damn it. Went through that for nothing. Let's see. I'm eating carne asada with some french fries and beans. Well, I know what french fries and beans are, but I haven't the faintest idea what carne asada is. I'm assuming it's at least a Spanish-themed and/or Mexican dish. But other than that, I got nothing. Doot, doot, doot. There we go. We'll have to release that barrier somewhere else. Especially considering that's here as well. Guess we're going this way then. And I'll move Mouse-kun off the screen because he's being too much of an exposer right now. It's Mexican seasoned flank steak. Okay. That sounds relatively good. Also, why is everything in the museum locked off? There's just fossils that are blocking every pathway. And you're all here as well. I'm not a fan of that. That's not good. Well, that's the best way I can say describe it. That isn't just carne asada is carne asada. It makes sense. If it's just seasoned flank steak, then no. If it's seasoned flank steak, that sounds relatively good. And usually speaking, Mexican spices go relatively well with most forms of beef. You can go away, Meteormon. If it hit. Galactic Flare. Why can that rock just summon the universe? Ugh. Asada means grilled meat. Carne is usually just thick sliced beef. Kinda sounds like a good barbecue dish, then. Wop. And it's marinated, not seasoned. I used the wrong word. Okay. Marination also goes relatively well. Just Vulcan Palm. Cool. Then Namaste. Namaste. Yeah. Namaste. Gonna get those guys leveled up and actually ready to fight now that they're in their final forms. Alrighty then, let's see. So there's a relatively straight shot. Ah, I'm gonna have a lot of backtracking to do. Holy crap. I need to heal SP. Doot. Grab all of that. And let's see what this fight is. That is Garurumon. And he's faster. That's fine. He is vaccine, though. Oh, thank you for the coolant, Jasper. Oh, wow. That is a weak Garurumon. Hmm. Bye-bye. Ah. Refreshing. And I guess I probably don't need to worry about closing too early, at least. I was late starting, but I don't think I can handle everything else. Yeah, all of those are gone. Okay. I've got a lot of stuff to loot now. I'm not a fan of that. Because that just opened up almost 10 to 12 passage. Oh. That's not good. That's not good at all. This first tanky. But both vaccine. There's a lot of vaccine coverage here. I'm not sure how to feel about that. Bye-bye. Monk disc. What is a monk disc? Excuse me? That's got like a completely different icon than anything else I've seen so far. Is it equipment? It is equipment. Defense 10, speed 10. Okay. Health capsule A. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, let's see here. Where was all of the treasure at? Ooh, I don't like that. That's a lot of extra turns for you guys for no absolute reason. Can I ask you to not? Please? At least Grand Locomon's getting a chance. That's fine, though. I've got a good healer on the squad, so we don't gotta worry about it too much. Go for it, buddy. Run him over. Ew. That's not good. Do enough? Please? Well, it did enough for one. I guess we'll just have to punch him next turn then. Although Chaosdramon is definitely taking a lot of this right now. I'm gonna have to be a little bit more attentive when we fight Weregur or Metal Gurumons in the future. Good EXP though. Let's see here. Next, revival capsules. We always need more of those. Memory up. Always need those. Shoot. Let's see what else we've got. Still don't like that these guys are faster, though. Does make me feel like I need to... Wind beats Earth? Wind beats Earth. Okay. Not what I was expecting. Bop. Goodbye, Weregarurumon. And goodbye... Well, goodbye, Fisteliomon. Bribe away. And subdue. Ooh, these guys drop EXP chips. That would actually help a good bit. Let's see. Nothing directly down here. Let's just check that little warp point first before we vamoose from here. I need to go check that other area for the chest. This looks like another fairly chunky area. This is a very chunky area. Alrighty, let's just explore this a little bit and figure out what's going on. Oh, this quick warp, technically. Wop. Stuff. Hack boosts, I'll take. Never know when you just need to get the impromptu buffing in. There. Nothing. And then something. Brave point. Brave point. I don't remember what the brave points are. Oh, it's Datamon. Hey, buddy. How do you feel about angels, Datamon? Not very good, apparently. And Data's not very good against a virus. That's fine. Can you just punch at Chaos? Thank you. And Informon's getting there. Just about at the Aboromon again. Shoot. Let's just see where this kicks us out. That kicks us out right in the main lobby with the Mummymon medal. Okay, I guess we kind of needed to do that. Let's just see what else is in here then. Can I use my powers in here by chance? I would kind of want to do that. Because I don't feel like grinding right now and just trying to hit the end point of this quest. And then I'll probably just wrap it up. Because that's probably about as much as I can handle without injuring myself a bit too much. Now, what do we got up here? Hello, Data. I really don't know why you're so insistent on attacking her when she's done absolutely nothing to deserve it. Also because you're weak to her. Pop. And bop. I'm also getting unnecessarily tired too. So we very much need to hit the end of this. Nothing. And something. Alright. Not the most useful thing, but that's fine. This is all just for a medal anyways. So, I guess let's vamoose. Let's head back. Need to go to the other side to grab that other chest. And then we'll go deal with what I'm assuming is just Bancho Leomon, who's just going to be standing in the main foyer, being the Chad that he is. Do-do-do. There was a barrier there. Guess not. What about there? Would that have been blocked off? Nightmare on you. Ooh, that's good damage. And you guys just want to flex, apparently. I mean, go for it if you want. And you... Neutral and super effective. That's fine. Bop. And then Chaos is going to come in and smack down the rock with wind, apparently, is what beats Earth. Yep. That's why we keep wind around. Nothing. Okay. Worth a check. Now, Alright, so that's the obvious boss point, but I want to go into you, and then let's just go try and grab that chest. Because for all we know, it's another memory up, and we don't really want to lose that at all. Doot, doot. Hey. Now let's see here. Probably should get a little bit of food in me before I go to bed, just because I haven't eaten too much today. So we'll worry about that afterwards. Alright then, give me this. Bank expansion. Okay, yeah. Worth it. Alrighty, now we head back, which I believe is as simple as this. Then we can hit that. That'll just kick us all the way back to the beginning. Up. There. And down. Cool. Alrighty, Bancho Leomon. I'm assuming we're here to help Hackmon out a little bit, so it'll be us with Hackmon facing you after I heal. Also, I have a feeling that Bancho Leomon is vaccine. Would that be right? Bancho Leomon. Bancho Leomon. You're an Earth-type vaccine. Okay. So I do just need to make sure the train is out, and Chaos is not present. Let's see. We do have Omnimon Zvart, but we do also have Metal C. Mop. We'll deal with that nasty little lion. There. There. Alrighty then. Let's see about Mr. Leomon back here. I can see him, and I can see Hackmon's red cape. As well as this gigantic digital hand, which is the second time we're seeing this. Oh. Hey, the Jasper. And Stall. I'm blind. Welcome, welcome, Stall. Hopefully the evening's running well for you so far. We're doing one of the side quests, I think. No, this is one of the main quests, technically. We're doing the Gankumon quest line right now. But how are things on your side? You've gone reckless in your quest for strength. That's no mistake, but you'll never become a real man that way. Look at this Jojo. The Joe bro. The Joe Leo bro. Preparedness. Then your battle ends here. I shall bring your training to a conclusion. That's not a side, it's a required to progress the game. Yeah. Sorry, it's been a bit of a long night. But we're making it work. Kinda accidentally went with Genku first. I figured I would be doing Magnusmon first. But we'll just see how the Bancho fight goes. My master said so. There's no need for any of this. Looking at Juicy's back, do you still not understand? Protect one's back? The Royal Knight's appellation is not granted to you by someone. You are first called a Royal Knight when you protect the world. Alright, Gankumon. Do you want to get him to just kind of warp Digivolve from his rookie up? I was only trying to become stronger, but that was wrong. It was very wrong, Hackmon. You are learning. There you go, buddy. Learn and you'll do well. Hello, Bancho. And I do get my squad. Show me your strength. I'm sorry. Did this man just walk up and be like, hey, fight me? And actively buff? Okay. Well, we don't have wind on you, so Let's see the triple. This is going to be one of the few times we're guaranteed to get the triple, so... Noom. Noom. And Noom. Let's see how little this does. That was 1,300 damage, and that only did like a fifth of his health. Oh no. That's not good. This man is a Chad. This man is unnecessarily a Chad. I don't have wind on you. Brain. Enjoy your laydown, Jasper. We'll talk with you later, friend. There's the earthquake. Didn't do ton, so we're fine there. I really need wind on you. Neum. I guess it's just best to unload for now. Mental charge on... Yeah, mental charge on metal. Metal is getting the combo attacks, so it's better to mental charge there. And then you... Probably best to just do this. I don't think the chaos will make as much of a difference now that we're at 50%. It's hot. Flashy boss punch. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, I thought that was scripted for a second. That's not good. Especially considering he killed the one thing I have that fucking reses people. Okay. Well, this is a problem. This is why I got these. Get up, buddy. Then you... Is it better to get Metal C up first? If he goes before Bancho, then yes? Okay, perfect. Item... Okay. So this will insta-kill those two. Yep. Oh. Well, that's still not that good. You're not really the one that I'm using to mainly attack with, am I? Do I want to just leave Mestimon down? I'll get her up on Metal C's turn. Or... Hackmon's got something? No, Hackmon was just doing an AoE heal. Okay, that's fine. You tried, buddy. I almost want to not do this, but... She does get to go before. So healing doesn't really seem necessary, considering he can just flashy boss punch us down. Do that. That just gives him an extra thing. That cheeky son of a bitch. Casually obliterates your team. Apparently he does, because he instantly kills Mastemon and Metal Seedramon, even though Metal Seedramon should be resisting this. He's not even attack buffed. That just instantly kills anything except for Ground Locomon for some reason. Ground Locomon is safe from this. I don't know why Ground Locomon is safe from this, but... Yeah, I need Metal C up. I desperately need Metal C up just to do damage here. Show me your strength. Okay. An Excel boost? On yourself. I need Metal C up. I need him to actually get a hit off. Mastemon so far is kind of pointless, but Ground is just bulkier. Ground is bulkier. Go for it, buddy. Then Hackmon goes in with a little poke. Flashy bot, which is probably Metal C down. Yep. So, he's fine with killing Metal C. He's fine with killing Mastemon. He won't kill Ground Locomon, though. What does Flashy Boss Punch do? Like, that's not something he naturally learns, is it? No, that is his signature thing. What the hell does that do? 75% chance of stunning the target. It's just immediately murdering me in the process. So why does that not kill Crown Locomon, but it's killing Mastemon and Metal C? You can't even do anything here. What happens if I do that? Yeah, he just won't go for it if it's just Ground Locomon up. Is that actually what you're telling me? Do I have to 1v1 you with Ground Locomon? No, you will use it. And it'll kill Hackmon, too. And here's your stand-up. Okay. I feel bad just leaving Metal C on the crown, though. It looks so sad. Excel boost. Oh, that's why. Because he's doing Excel boost, so he's doubling the damage anyways. Out of curiosity. Yeah, there's the stun. Jerk. Weird. Alright, well, you're stunned anyways, so get Metal C up. Let's try to get another bounce in. Oh. He's actually giving us a shot. But Hackmon gets to use that for the heal. Which I guess technically helps. You are just gonna do this. Thank you. Do like 900? Please? Neum. 1,000. Okay. And then I'm hesitant to do this, but considering we're close, just don't kill them? Nope, they're dead. Yep, just immediately down. And that just gives him another turn, too. That is so rude. He really just wants me to 1v1 him. He seems so adamant about me not having 3 of my allies up, and only helping with 1 friend. Is that your actual goal here? Metal C? Yep. So yeah, he just wants you to 1v1 him then. He wants me to 1v1 him with, like, the one thing that's a tank. This isn't even the thing that I use to hurt people. This thing just doesn't die. Excel boost. Okay. And I'm not gonna get a turn to guard, so I feel like this is gonna just murder Ground Loco if he hits it with it. No. Okay, just 400. That's a bit overkill. Alright, get that in. We're just gonna have to poke him down for the rest of it, and those guys just aren't getting experience, even though they're the ones who need it. At least... Let's see. At least I'm not dying is working. Yeah, we're not fully dying at the very least, which is helpful. Let's just see if this finishes it off. Ground Locomon's just gonna get unnecessarily buffed, but... Do enough? Not quite. show me your strength, the combo up, and he's just going to do it again. So he wants us to win, but he only wants you to win with Hackmon and one of your own Digimon. Bancho, you are a weird jerk. Oh well, bye. Friggin' jerk. Yeah, and a free memory up off that too. Alright, so Bancho's done. Jerk. I'll give that a passing grade. Well, later, Leomon. Had to make sure we got Leomon death in here somewhere. Also, you didn't really beat him. You did, like, next to nothing during that Hackmon. You've become stronger by training with me, but that alone is not enough to be a Royal Knight. Only when one has both the power and volition to protect what is dear does the path to true Royal Knighthood open. Okay. Alright, Hackmon, are you actually going to stay with me? Or... Oh, yeah, he's digivolving. Alright, bud, go for it. What is that? Huh. That's different. A Digimon called Hackmon. I have not seen this design before. In the entire battle, he did less than one attack. Or did less damage than one attack. Yeah, he was usually doing like 40 damage per each of his main skill attacks. Oh. Well, there you go. There's Jessmon. Tis the birth of a new Royal Knight, Jessmon. Follow my new footsteps. Alright, we've got Skeleton Boy. Do or do not, Jessmon. There is no try. Alright, Jessmon. Thank you very much for your help. Much the credit as well. Take this along with my thanks. My disciple's power shall be yours. He'll be a truer friend than I. I mean, I'm alright with having a bony bastard along with us. He's cool. Blade Feet Boy. I mean, yeah, Blade Feet and Skelly Boy. He's very much here, ready for Halloween. Yeah, of course, these two are friends. I'm grateful for your assistance. Let me thank you once more. Don't sound so reserved. I'm happy because Hackmon was able to start a new life as a real man. And he'll get even stronger still. He has to. He is my disciple. Then I should sign up for training with you. I'd like to get even stronger still. I mean, Bancho and Gonku, or Genki Boy, wait, what? Got Steel Will. What? Was that a hacker ability? Alright, well, we got Jessmon at least. I'm not surprised. The world constantly sees that sort of updates happening again and again. It's true in the real world and in the digital one. And you too may someday surpass me. I mean, that's entirely possible. Jesus. Farm 1's done. Farm training's not to make you tough. And Chaosdramon's just sitting in the box giving us a gift. So what is Steel Will? It's not a hacker ability. Steel Will was one of the two things I needed. Okay. So yeah, here it is. Specialized data entrusted by Gankumon. Crystallized Will of Brave Digimon. Okay. So then I guess next time... How late is it? Oh, this is my usual ending time anyways. Yeah, I guess next time we're going to probably go after Magnusmon. I feel like that's going to be our path. But I probably need to visit all three of them anyways, so we'll have to see. During my off time at least, I'll probably train up the rest of the crew a little bit, just so that way they can kind of be comparable. As well as see if I can get the guys in here Digivolved, because a lot of them are close. Like you, I'm pretty sure I just need 5 levels on right now. Let me just double check that, actually. Although having a Jasmine on the squad would be kind of neat. It does kind of look like a villain, all things considered. Oh, I didn't need to go all the way out. Whoops. Because we've got multiple that are kind of in the works. So let's see here. Waymon is our main one. Hey, we can. Nice. We've been trying to get this for a while. Waymon's been a bit of a jerk. Yay! That's a lot more yellow than I recall. But please, Yaman. Another water data mega. Cool, and that one actually looks nice. Strike needs a lot of speed. You've got the speed necessary for that. Kirin might just put you down to this. Then Strike. We can probably get away with that. Superstar is just going to be on this line for a bit. Platinum. Kind of want to keep Platinum just leveling for now. Digitama is nowhere close to its evolution requirements at all. Ability 80. That doesn't seem too bad. Int 180. Actually, that's not that bad either. Max SP. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you. But interesting. A Koalamon can go to Andromon. Really, Koalamon can go to Andromon. Sure, you can go there. Fish become man. Wisemon still is probably far off from any of these. Level 60. If we can get the health on Wisemon, actually, that might be doable. I don't know what that is. Don't know the Digimon. Yeah, I'm not sure what that one is, to be honest with you. But that's popped up on a few people. But let's just check that. Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, Field Guide, Wisemon. That would be... Oh! I forgot that's one of the ones I wanted, actually. That's Belphamon. No wonder it's such a gigantic pain in the ass to get. Alright, well, Wisemon's gonna need a lot of health. And I mean a crap ton of health. And pretty much just nuking everything else that it has, because it's got stats for everything else but health. Yeah, actually. I just need health on you. I think Digitama was also one we were trying to train up for it, but you're kind of left in the dust, buddy. Wisemon is now going to be our Belphamon. Let's see, Farm Island 2. Shakuamon is just kind of here. I don't know what I want to do with it, to be honest with you. I might go for that, though. Phantom, you're nowhere close. Anya. Oh, hey, Bancho. How convenient. Until Bauhuck can go up to here. Which... Did I actually accidentally make the thing we were just talking about? No, but close. Hello, Savior Huckmon. I like the design, though. Although you definitely need to be bounced around a lot. I think that is... Jessmon? That looks about right. Yeah, I guess we're just going to be bouncing around you for a little bit. I like the design, though. Let's see. Antila was fine. Skullseta. Let's see. I guess we can get you to 50 and see what that is. Then Hisari. We could probably get you into a few things, but speed is definitely going to be the easiest one. I've got a lot of random things to just train on people. Hatch Mamemon. Level 40 for you. is going to be a bit. Gardro is nowhere close to anything. Okay. That works. What about Farm Island 3? Yep. So Hercules just needs to get to level 55, and then we can get whatever the hell that is. And considering we're going from vaccine to virus, I'm curious, to be honest with you. Oh, hey, the Maxi. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for... It sounded heavier, so I don't remember what that sound is. But how are things on your side? We're just kind of reviewing our remaining Mon to see what we need to do going forward. But we're doing alright so far. Cam of 50. That's relatively easy. Alrighty then. Whew. But I do hate to cut it when you just got here, Maxi. But I have been doing this with a slightly pained neck, so I'm gonna go take care of that. But I do at least want to thank everybody for dropping by. Hopefully the evening's been treating you all right so far, and you haven't had to worry about too many things tonight. My usual streaming week does go for a little bit longer. Tomorrow we'll be doing our Terraria stuff. Hopefully being able to kill the Moon Lord and farm the Moon Lord a bit, just so that way I can get his gear. And then Saturday, I just have it slotted as art for now. So we're going to do either that or realistically whatever. We'll have to see though. Ow, there we go. Make sure to fix your neck. I'm going to try my best to. I'll have to get in touch with the mechanic that I usually go to just to see if he'll be able to help me out a little bit. But we'll have to see. Now, who is live right now? Let's see. Frank's live. Mitchie is live. Krabs is live, interestingly enough. Why has Krabs' viewership gone extremely down? Omega Binary. I don't actually know who that is. Let's take a peek. Just need the ad to go away. I may as well just get the raid messages up while I'm waiting on that to go. Sonic tier lists because I have opinions. Definitely cute overlay. I'm assuming they've got something to do with either the sea or with baking. Cute. Alrighty then, let's bring some of the Fraser love over to Omega. But just once again, to wrap things up a little bit cleanly, thank everybody for joining in onto the cabin. Hopefully you've had a good time just kind of relaxing and not having to worry about too much. I'll be live again Friday and most likely Saturday just to chill out a little bit, just to get some stuff done. But aside from that, if I get to see you in the future, then I'll be glad to see you. If not, then I'll talk with you later. But for now, bye-bye. And I've muted the game this entire time, haven't I? God damn it. Oh well. At least if I just hit a button by accident, that's fine. Oh well. Bye-bye.